What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Back-to-back podcast. I'm back in the United States. I was gone for about 2 weeks. I was in the Dominican Republic. Took some time to restart, get my mind right, and, get back into the grind mode, but I'm glad to be back home in Atlanta. So decided got a list of podcasts that I want to do, and I literally got podcasts every other day. But today, I wanted to do another podcast, and this is something I've been hearing a lot within the travel community in regards to how a country is ruined. I never understood the concept about a country being ruined. Like, you hear, Dominican's all fucked up. Dominican Republic is all fucked up now, or Colombia is all fucked up right now, or Brazil is all fucked up right now. And I'm like, do you know how big these damn countries are? Do you know how many cities, states, provinces are within these countries? So when I hear guys tell me, oh, Colombia is fucked up, don't go there, it's not safe. And I'm like, why is that? And it's like this whole notion about the Passport Pookies, i.e. passport bros, taking a shot. They're saying that, these countries are dead, these countries are not worth traveling to, but why? Because these countries still getting a lot of tourism. These countries still, I'm seeing a lot of amazing footages and travel experience from other travelers on YouTube in these countries, but yet we have other travelers, that particularly within our travel movement in the Black travel space, advising men not to travel to these countries because it's not quote unquote safe. Or the Passport Pookies of the world has ruined these countries. And I'm like, well, the video I just showed you guys is Cartagena. I was in Cartagena last year, went there for my boy's wedding, no excuse wedding. It was a beautiful wedding. And I didn't have any issues while in Cartagena. I know that there's been a lot of robberies, a lot of, some potential drugs, guys getting drugged and robbed and so forth, but I didn't have any issues. And last year I went to Medellin as well. And again, I didn't have any issues. And the reason why is that I don't really go to the same places where most guys go to. Like, I literally do my research before I go to any particular country. So before anyone want to make a claim that, Colombia is dead, that Colombia is not safe, do not go to Colombia. Let's really take a look at Colombia. So I'm going to pull up this map of Colombia, and you're going to see how massive this country is. But the way people talk about Colombia is like, is the size of Atlanta. Like, all Colombia has to offer is Cartagena and Medellin. That's it. If anything, if you go into those two cities, the only thing Cartagena has to offer is the clock tower. The only thing that Medellin has to offer is Paquejeres. There are other areas that guys are not venturing out to, but yet they're saying that these countries are dead. It's not worth going to. It's not safe. And I'm like, or worse off, the Pookies and the Ray Rays, the passport traveling, have ruined these countries because they're making it rain in these cities. So let's take a closer look at these countries, right? 1 second. Oh, wrong screen. All right. All right, I'm showing my screen, right? This is Colombia. Now, guys, Colombia is the size of Texas. You can't really tell because the way our world map is designed to make all the white countries, all the European influenced countries look bigger, while all the remaining countries look smaller. So the way you see Colombia on the map is actually a lot bigger than what the perceived size of the country is. Now, Colombia has a lot to offer besides, of course, the main cities people normally go to is Medellin. Some guys are now going to Bogota, going to Cali, and of course, Cartagena along the coast. And also some guys are actually exploring further north to Barranquilla. And I've been to all 5 cities. All 5 cities offer something amazing experiences. I recommend that each guy go to these cities and experience it for what it is. Now, if you're going for one particular reason, well, I wish you best of luck. But again, when you travel, you want to have more than one reason why you're going to that particular country. But I want to focus in on 2 cities, Cartagena and Medellin. And of course, the reason why majority of Passport Pookies i.e., Passport Bros, are traveling to these two cities. They're not traveling to Bogota. They're not traveling to Barranquilla. They're not traveling to Cali. Guys, stay away from Cali. Please don't ruin that city. But again, you're not really ruining any city because you guys don't have that much of influence. Now, when you go to the city of Medellin, most guys will go to Pacajeres. They will stay in Pacajeres and El Poblado. They will not venture out. There's other surrounding cities around El Poblado, like Laureles, Almagado, Sabanata. There's other areas you could actually go to and explore what Medellin has to offer, different neighborhoods. But you know what? Guys are stuck on stupid on going to Pacajeres, which is literally a park. I mean, honestly, Pacajeres was based on size is a 1 mile radius. It's less than a 1 mile radius. So, of course, all the guys are going to go to Pacajeres. All the guys want to be seen. They see all this new activities that they never seen in the States. And they get overzealous. So they overspend. They do stupid things. They kind of lose their common sense. Same goes to the Cartagena. When you go to Cartagena, where most guys hang out. They hang out in the clock tower, and they hang out at the two clubs. Two clubs most guys go to. And those clubs are Delirium and what's the other one? Dolce Vita. Guys, when I was in Cartagena last year, I was exposed to a whole new set of areas that I don't see brothers at. I see more of the Europeans and other Colombians that go and party. Rooftop parties, lounges that were literally away from the clock tower, but you're still within the wall city, but you're just on the other side. So when I hear guys say like, hey, don't go to Cartagena, it's not safe. Yes, use your common sense. But Passport Pookies, i.e. Passport Bros, you guys are not ruining any city. You're not ruining any country because, again, you guys are normally stuck on stupid in two particular areas in Cartagena. Guys go to Dolce Vita, guys go to Delirium. Then after that, you go outside and hang out at the clock tower. That's where you guys go. And during the daytime, you guys go to Hollywood Beach. Now, the thing is, a lot of guys, you don't know that Hollywood Beach is the worst beach to go to. Simply the fact that Hollywood Beach has a lot of these annoying vendors that's literally scamming you, upcharging you. And it's just like, it's annoying. It's like you want to go to the beach to relax, not be annoyed by every freaking vendor that stopped by you and literally irritate you. So, but the thing is, a lot of guys, you don't know that in Cartagena, there are other islands, other beach areas you could go to that are way better than Hollywood Beach. But of course, the only reason why most guys go to Hollywood Beach is for one particular reason. And I don't need to say it on the show. You guys know what it is. But if you want to go to the best beaches in Cartagena, you need to hit up the islands. There are smaller islands you could go to within a 45 minutes to an hour speedboat ride to these islands and have an amazing experience. The video that I just showed you guys, that was Bora Bora Beach Club. Most guys don't go to that. When I went there was not too many brothers. If anything, the brothers that were there, they were kind of more, I don't want to say bourgeois, but they had a little class to themselves, man. They kind of carried themselves a certain way. I mean, again, I'm not throwing a shot at anybody. I'm just saying that the more information you know about these cities, the better you're gonna maneuver around. Because again, Cartagena has a lot to offer beyond Delirium, beyond Dolce Vita, beyond Clock Tower, and beyond Hollywood Beach. Same goes for Medellin. You guys stuck on stupid on Pacajeres. You guys don't know that majority of Colombians don't really hang out in Medellin, don't hang out in Pacajeres. Only the entertainment hang out in Medellin and in Pacajeres. There's another area not too far from Pacajeres called Presenza. You go there, it's a whole completely different vibe. But a lot of guys don't know about it. A lot of great restaurants, a lot of great lounges and bars in that particular area. And again, it's walking distance from Pacajeres, but a lot of guys wouldn't know that. So when I hear don't go to Medellin, don't go to Cartagena due to all the recent druggings and robbings, yes, you got to be careful. That could happen anywhere. However, do your research, plan accordingly. There's more to see and do beyond what you see on YouTube. Of course, the hot thing right now is promoting the entertainment. But honestly, you're not really getting the bang for your buck because guess what? Those areas that they're promoting are heavily upcharged. versus if you were to if you would have done your research and go to other surrounding areas within those two cities, you realize, hell, you could actually get a bang for your buck. And same goes like, dude, there's other cities within Colombia. Colombia is the size of Texas, guys. Size of Texas. So when I hear, oh, Colombia is not safe, dude, look at all these cities that you see on this map. I mean, again, guys, you got to be careful. It is what it is. You got to be careful. You're an American. You know, we draw attention to ourselves. You know, we are a potential target. However, there's so many other options. I've seen guys that I've known personally have gone to other cities, and I've seen some amazing footage, some amazing pictures in these cities. Even like if they wanted to go to the beach area, to the island, they go to Santa Marta, they hit up that beach island. It's a whole beautiful area. And again, guys, there are beautiful women everywhere. You don't need to be stuck on two particular areas. You could actually expand your choices and see other cities. But do your research. But if you're okay staying in and literally drinking and eating from the same watering hole as every other dude actually goes to, which I've seen over the years, then hey, I wish you the best of luck. But at the same time, don't bitch, don't complain. Guys, no passport Pookie nor passport bro could ruin any country. Trust me, they can't. You and I could go to the same city and have two different experiences. So just want to clear that up with Colombia. It's like, again, I've been going to Colombia since 2015. I've visited over 5 cities multiple times. I had an amazing experience, you know, and I also had, you know, some so-so experience as well. But at the same time, I was able to get the feel and experience of Colombia. I experienced Colombia for what it was and for what it is. Now, has it changed over the years due to social media and YouTube? Yes, it has changed. However, guys, you can still experience Colombia, the culture, the food, the women, and so many other cities. Like, for instance, I went to Cali, right? I took a bus ride, about 2-hour bus ride out to the coastline, and went to a city called Buenaventura. Buenaventura is a black city. It's a port city. But majority of people there are Afro-Colombians. When I was out there, I was warned, hey, don't go there. It's not safe. It's not safe. Dude, when I was out there, I literally blend in with the masses. Like, people thought I was Colombian. If I didn't open my mouth and say anything, they thought I was one of them because it's us. You see nothing but us. Similar if you were to go to north to Chocó, you know, you go up there, it's us. So again, if you're out there with your Jordans, you know, with the bling bling, Gucci, you know, purse bag across your chest, you know, with your Louis Vuitton belt on, yeah, you're gonna draw attention to yourself. If you go in there wearing Chuck Taylors and white tee and some pair of shorts, or I mean, depending where you are, because in some areas in Colombia, it's frowned upon to wear shorts. Like in Bogota, you shouldn't wear shorts. I mean, it's just, you can wear shorts if it's very hot, but majority of the time, depending on the weather in Bogota, it's not. Most Colombians do not wear shorts. I'm just going to keep it real. Unless you live on the coastline, which is different, like Cartagena, Buenaventura, they wear shorts because it's hot. But once you go further inland within Colombia, wearing shorts is not a common thing with locals. So always keep that in mind. So again, I just want to just highlight Colombia first because I'm highlighting 4 countries. I'm actually going to take the time to highlight the Power 4. The Power 4 are Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and of course now Thailand. I've been to all 4 countries, and I've been to multiple cities in those countries, so I can speak on behalf of those countries. But again, guys, when I hear someone tells me, you know what, oh, Colombia is dead, you know, it's not worth going to Colombia, don't go to Colombia. I'm like, dude, why are you trying to ruin someone else's experience because you had a shitty experience? And again, it goes back to, are you doing your research? I have so many guys literally hitting me up on DM and hitting me up on WhatsApp, like, yo, I'm taking the trip to Colombia. I don't know what to do. And the first thing I always ask them is like, hey, listen, have you done your research? Have you figured out where you're staying? Or have you looked at what type of restaurant you want to eat at? Or what type of club or lounges you want to go to? Have you done your research? And majority of the time, these guys will say no. So you're planning a trip to a particular country that you've never been to, but yet you're not taking the time to do your research. What kind of planning experience is that? Again, you and I could go to the same country and have two different experiences, and more than likely, my experience will probably be better than yours. I'm not trying to say that being to be cocky, but again, I'm very thorough when it comes to my planning. And if I'm paying all this money to buy a plane ticket, Airbnb, hotel, tour guides, dude, I got to know exactly each day by the hour, by the minute, what I'm doing. And that's the mindset that you guys need to have when you go planning your trips. You need to know exactly what you're doing, where you're going, because the last thing you want to do is just show up to a country and just raise up your hand in the air like, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm here. Well, I wish you the best of luck, unless you pay me, i.e. a consultation fee, and I can plan your trip out. But again, no Passport Pookie or Passport Bro could ruin Colombia at all. Yes, are these YouTube videos out there that's making it seem, giving this false narrative that everything's super easy and all the women are going to flock to you because you're American? You guys are going to have a sad reality because that's not the case. So again, these countries, Colombia is not ruined. You can still go there. You can still experience it now. Just be mindful. Look at the current events. Look at the social, climate of these countries. Do your research. Make sure where you're staying is in a safe area. Make sure your apartment has security, has camera. Make sure that there's no protests happening while you're there, guys. When I travel, I'm literally watching the news on like Google News, trying to figure out what's going on. Have there been any recent strings of murders that I need to be aware of? Kidnaps. Because again, you just never know. So that's Colombia. And I just want to conclude to say in regards to Colombia, you guys need to venture out, man. You guys go into the same cities, which is Medellin and Cartagena. And when you guys go to those two same cities, you're basically in the two same areas where most, I say 99.9% of men go to. You guys go to Paquilleras and y'all guys go to the wall city. That's it. You don't venture out. And in order for you to have an experience, you got to venture out. It is what it is. Now, moving on to the next country I'm going to highlight. This country is very dear to me, and I have been to multiple provinces, multiple cities within those provinces, and I could really speak on it because I have invested interest in these countries, in this particular country, and that country is Dominican Republic. Before we do, let me just go ahead and play this video first. Yeah, so now we're going to talk about Dominican Republic. Is Dominican Republic dead? Is Dominican Republic, is Passport Pookie taking over this country, or the i.e. Passport Bros? No offense for the Passport Bros out there. I'm just being honest. No, Dominican Republic is not dead. Dominican Republic is okay. And I was just there just as of Monday. I spent 2 weeks out there. Tourism is still highly strong in the Dominican Republic. There's a lot of brothers traveling to Sosúa, doing their thing, having a great time. I actually went out to Sosúa a couple of times. And yeah, everything's business as usual, guys. There's no slowing down with Dominican Republic. I think a lot of guys are very new to this traveling game and they want to experience something new. Of course, I always recommend as Dominican Republic as the first country to experience as your first traveling adventure. And yes, I do recommend that you should check out Sosúa. I mean, while you're there, you've seen all the videos, you might as well just go there and see it for yourself. However, when people think of Dominican Republic, they only think of one city, which is Sosúa. And again, when I say people, I mean speaking of black men, based on what they see on YouTube. Now, granted, I'm going to go and share the screen about how big Dominican Republic is. So when I hear Passport Pookies has ruined Dominican Republic or the Passport Bros, whatever, look, this country is so massive, man. Like literally to drive from Santo Domingo to, let's say, Puerto Plata is about 4 to 5 hours. Now, if I wanted to drive from Puerto Plata or Sosúa all the way down to Punta Cana, that's like 10 hours. The country is massive, man. It's very hilly. And depending where you go, either east or west, the possibility you've seen another gringo actually slims a lot because majority of gringos go to Punta Cana. You have some going to Santo Domingo, and of course, a lot of the brothers are going to Sosúa. But even in Sosúa, let me pull up this map, man. I'm more of a visual guy. So 1 second. All right, guys, I'm sharing my screen. Now, this is the Dominican Republic. It's very huge. And guys, it's very mountainous depending where you are. If you go west, it's very mountainous towards Haiti. If you go east, it's tend to be more lush. And most guys, when they travel to Dominican Republic, it's either 3 cities. Which is Sosúa, of course, on the north coast, Santo Domingo in the south, and of course, majority of all tourists go to Punta Cana. Now, when they say, Sosúa is Dominican Republic, no, it's not. Sosúa is Sosúa. Sosúa is what it is. You're not going to find any other city, maybe close to it is Thailand, but Sosúa is Sosúa. There's nothing like it anywhere across Dominican Republic at all. So by you having this mindset, thinking that you could just go to Santo Domingo and point and shoot, it's not going to happen. If you think you go out to Santa Mar, if you think you go to Santiago, or you go to, Banao, you're not going to experience that. Guys, when I'm in Dominican Republic, I'm nearly out here, Cabadea, Nagua area, Rio San Juan. I'm in this area. And typically I'm the only black guy out there. When I mean black, as far as black as African-American, although I am Haitian, but I do claim to be, I am African-American. I was raised here, came here in 1978. So, I consider myself one of y'all. But you're not going to find any other black American in these cities. Like once you pass Cabriete through, it's all nothing but locals here. So really the only time I see brothers, to be honest, when I go to the airport in Puerto Plata and when I'm in Sosúa. But once I leave Sosúa, like even if I were to go to Costambar, dude, I would not see any brothers out there. Same goes to Santiago. I go to Santiago. The only time I see brothers, I see them at the airport. Once we get in our taxis, I don't see any more brothers. Because, again, majority of the time, we flock to the North Coast, which is Sosúa. And again, I have nothing against Sosúa. And I want to make this clear to everyone. I have nothing against Sosúa. I recommend Sosúa as a place to visit, to experience it, so you can see the madness that goes on there. However, if you really want to experience Dominican Republic for what it is, and not say that, hey, the country is ruined, or, I'm tired of being around Passport Pookies. You know what? Then venture out. There's so many other cities. Guys, some of the most attractive women are away from Sosúa. Some of the best looking women that I've seen are literally across, like in this region here, over here. Dude, when you go down here, you see some baddies out here. But you know what? You're not going to see that because you're stuck on Sosúa. And again, I don't blame you. It's a one-stop shop. It's the one place you can just go meet other like-minded travelers like yourself, get some burgers and fries, listen to some trap music and feel like you're back in the States. Post up on the corner, feel like, you're back on the block. But I'm not like that. Guys, I've been to several of these provinces in multiple cities. And when I tell you this, the Dominican Republic is a very beautiful country. There's a lot to see in this country. Like I literally drove all the way to the highest point of the country, which is Constanza. And it's literally 25 degrees up there. That's where they grow all their fruits, all their strawberries. But also I see some of the best beaches when you go south over here. These are some of the best beaches. Of course, you got Punta Cana, they got some great beaches there, but man, you could see some amazing things. And some of the best talent, to be honest, is over here, San Domingo. Because everyone across the country goes to Santo Domingo, but a lot of you guys may not even know that. So when I hear guys tell me, hey, you know, man, Passport Pookie ruined DR, man, Sosua, you know, they put this claim that Sosua is all of DR. Dude, I got to check them. It's like, no, it's not. It's really culture, life, you know, great food, and affordability in other places within DR. Now, granted, you will pay premium prices while in Sosua. You are. Again, it's a great place to go and meet a bunch of guys, you know, post up on the corner, drink some Presidentes, chill on the beach, you know, listen to some trap music or listen to some New York music and feel like you're back home. But once you leave Sosua, dude, you got to know Spanish. The likelihood of someone speaking English to you are slim to none. So, looking at these provinces of Dominican Republic, how can anyone say or fix their mouth to say, you know what, DR is dead. You know what, man, DR is over. How? Again, just the North Coast alone, I have all these options here. Coast and Bar, which is not too far from Sosua. That's about an hour drive, depending on traffic. But now with the bridge being out, it could take you about an hour and a half. And you got Puerto Plata, which is 45 minutes. Cabarete is about 30 minutes from Sosua. Then also you got Rio San Juan. But again, once you get out here, yeah, you're going to be a little further away from everybody else. But then again, if you fly into Santiago, dude, you got La Vega, you got, San Francisco, you got, Mocha. It's just, you got so many other areas, Ajabacocoa. But now you got all these areas you could go to. And again, dude, I seen some beautiful women. Woo. That's why I laugh a little. I have to giggle when I see dudes like, sweating what they see in Sosua. I'm like, ugh, huh? Like, damn, you can have that, bro. I'm about to get in my car and head a little 45 minutes west or east and have the cream of the crop. Is what it is. So no, Dominican Republic is not dead. Dominican Republic is not Sosua. Guys, stop comparing that. Everyone is like, everyone in DR is like Sosua. It's not. Sosua is Sosua. That's it. Once you leave Sosua, leave that mindset and that thinking in Sosua, because again, you try to approach a sister, hey ma, they're gonna look at you crazy, man. It's like it's a whole different world, especially you go to Santo Domingo, dude. There's money in this country. Don't think everyone is like, living in a hut. That false perception that you guys are throwing around is completely false and disrespectful. Now, granted, there is poverty there, but don't assume that everyone needs your dollar. And I've said on conversation when guys talk the way they do is very arrogant. And it's like, bruh, I know for a fact that you're not living like a king here in the States. So how can you look down upon someone else in their own country? So again, I'm speaking from experience, guys. I've been all over Dominican Republic. I respect their culture. Yes, there's certain things I don't agree with, but at the same time, it's not my country. But at the end of the day, I would never, ever say that, Sosua is DR, like all of DR. I would never say that. There's a lot of culture, a lot of great food, a lot of great people. And you can have a good time, man. And also you can find good women. This whole notion about, you can't find a good woman in DR. You got certain YouTubers are saying that because they're somewhat jaded. These guys are jaded because guess what? They got played. It is what it is. There's no different you being in the States than you being in another country. You can still get played. This whole submissive, I'm trying to find a submissive woman to cook and clean and iron my clothes. Dude, why is that a huge priority for you? Find a good woman that's going to be loyal to you and, and be there for you. And that wants to be down in your program that you guys can build together. But a lot of guys not ready for that. So you know what? In the meantime, stay in Sosúa. Don't venture out to these other cities. If you want to play around and have a good time, go to Sosúa. Go to Punta Cana. Go to Santo Domingo. But if you're trying to find a good wife, you're trying to build a family, trying to build a legacy in these countries, dude, don't bring that American mindset with you. And don't assume that everyone can be brought. Because that's the worst type of mindset you could have as a traveler. So that's Dominican Republic. Yeah, man. So, all right, let me look at some comments in. You guys got a lot of comments in here. Let me see which one I want to be. Passport. I want to be a Passport Pookie. How can I sign up? I have no idea, sir. I have no idea how to sign up for that, man. I don't even know where they actually. I don't even know what the criteria is of Passport, bro. Can someone tell me what's the criteria of a Passport Pookie? But Travel Passport Podcast. If you want to be a Passport Pookie, do the following: be loud, disrespect the local culture, fight with the local man, go raw on mangoes, and throw money in the club. Oh, okay. Then there you go. Thank you, Buck Travel. That's a great criteria to have. Is Santiago safe or not? Depends where you are, guys. Like any other city you go to, you have your very well-to-do areas, and you have your not too very well-to-do areas. So it really depends where you are. Most guys want to be on the cheap side, so they want to be. I don't know what's up with guys. The fascination of being part of the hood. I never understood that. Like guys got to be in the hood. You know, they got to keep it real. Like I never understood that. If I'm traveling to another country, I'm not trying to be in someone's hood. But again, that's just me. You know. But Santiago is safe depending where you are, to be honest. But crime has gone up, and just recently, when I was in Santiago on Monday, there was a protest happening. People are protesting because the cost of living is getting too expensive, and they literally they shut down the city for like a full day of protest. So I was there Monday to see that. Definitely 100. I've been to Santo Domingo, Punta Cana, Boca Chica, Dominican Republic. It is a beautiful country. It is. It's a lot to do in Dominican Republic. Yep. It's a lot to do and see, but people won't be able to see that. Now, moving on to the next country. And you know what? I actually skipped the country. It was wow, I gotta rewind that. The next country is Brazil. I didn't get a chance to download my video for Brazil, but I did a nice. Well, actually, you did see my video. I have a recent video of Brazil. Maybe I could play that for you guys. Then we can start talking about Brazil. If I can find it, guys. I don't have my glasses. Left my glasses back home in Miami. Waiting for my mom to ship it to me, so I'm a little struggling here, trying to look at the screen. But 1 second, I'm gonna play this Brazil video. Then we're gonna talk on Brazil. Now, the next country we're going to talk about is Brazil. Actually, I should have talked about Brazil as the first country because it's supposed to be Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, then Thailand. But we're going to talk about Brazil. And again, can a passport pookie, i.e., passport bro, ruin the experience of a country? No, guys. Brazil is one of the largest countries in South. It's actually the largest countries in South America. It's almost the same, almost close to the size of the United States. That's how massive Brazil is. And I want to just go ahead and pull this screen out. All right, sharing it. All right, so here's Brazil. Now, when people go to Brazil, there's only one city they go to, and that one city is Rio de Janeiro. And when they go there, they go into one area within Rio, and that one area is Copacabana. Most guys do not venture outside of Copacabana. They probably go to the central, like Lapa area, but beyond that, most guys don't really go. And now with some of the areas that's actually starting to pick up a lot of steam, like I've been to Madureira, which is the north zone area of Rio. That's where a lot of the black a lot of the Afro-Brazilian actually stay. There's a popular club called Black Rio. I was going there during the pandemic. It's a great place. It's grown. It's getting bigger, and it's very popular on Instagram. So if you guys look it up, Casa Black Rio. If you are in Rio, definitely take that trip out. It's about 45 minutes drive out there to an hour, depending where you are in Rio. But it's definitely worth the experience. Definitely be careful. Of course, they know now that American guys are going to Casa Black Rio, so they may try to rob you. So just be careful. The locals there, I mean. But when you think of Brazil, you just think of one city, which is Rio. You think of one area, which is Copacabana. And most guys, when they go to Copacabana, they go to two spots the majority of the time. They go to Mabs to go eat and for entertainment, and they go to Dolce Vita as well for entertainment. Now, there's 4x4 and the other areas that don't want to disclose, but you guys kind of catch the drift as far as why guys go there and have a great time. Now, same saying goes, Brazil is so massive, man. Like, I'm following Dennis Pierre. He's definitely doing his thing. He's currently in Manaus, Brazil, up here in the Amazon area. This guy is literally traveling around throughout the entire country, creating some great content, great dialogue, conversation with the locals. Most guys are never going to experience that. Most guys, and again, it's okay if you don't have the time or the bandwidth to actually go to visit other cities such as São Paulo, Salvador. And I've been to São Paulo. I've been to Salvador. And I tell people all the time, listen, if you really want to get the true Brazilian experience, as a black man, you want to check out Salvador, Bahia. This is a whole different experience. You can learn the history. And also, too, there's a lot of us there. You can walk around through Brazil. If you don't open your mouth in Salvador, they'll probably assume that you're one of them. Same goes to São Paulo, because there's some black folks in São Paulo as well. One thing, guys, to keep in mind, São Paulo has the second largest Japanese population outside of Japan. And you do see a lot of mixing of Japanese and Brazilian. So you see some baddies out there, man, in São Paulo. A lot of guys sleeping on São Paulo, but it's what it is. Rio is a lot easier to maneuver, which makes sense. But to answer your question, can a passport pookie or a passport bro ruin a country experience? No, it can't. There's so many things you could do in Rio where literally you and I could go to the same city and we don't have to see each other. Like, guys don't realize there's so many different places and restaurants, different beaches. Like, even the beaches, like there's Copacabana, there's Leblon, there's Ipanema, just along that strip. Then of course if you want to go to Barra Tijuca, which is about 30 minutes outside of Copa. That's a whole different experience. But even if you go to Copa Beach, you don't need to go to Post 5 or Post 4, Post 6. Shit, you can go to Rasta Beach. You don't see a lot of brothers hanging out in Rasta Beach. So again, your experience really determines on your level of experience and research that you take into your travels. Because again, Brazil is an amazing country. There's a lot to see and do. However, a lot of guys don't get the chance to experience it for what it is because they're stuck on Copacabana. And again, I'm not counting anyone's pocket, whatever. But again, if you want to get the true bang for your buck, you got to venture away from these common cities that normally guys go to. And again, you meet some quality people as well. like to this day, some of the baddest, very attractive women that I've met were in Salvador, not in Rio. It was in Salvador. It was just a whole different vibe, man. I mean, they take that beach life serious there, day and night. You know, people hang out on the beach at nighttime. They bring their, they bring their beers, they bring, their liquor, and they have a good time until they get kicked off the beach. But again, Brazil is huge, guys. Again, there's more to Brazil than just Rio. And even with Rio, there's more to Rio than just Copacabana. I definitely recommend you guys go to Bahia, Salvador, Sao Paulo. Now, these other countries I've never been to, but I know No Excuse have been to several cities in Brazil, so he could probably speak on it better than me. But based on the 3 cities that I've been to, I say Salvador was my favorite. It was a lot easier to maneuver versus Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is like New York on steroids. But again, if you do your research, you know where you're going, you got a tour guide, then you could probably get a great experience for it. But I pick Salvador over Sao Paulo, and I'll pick Rio over Sao Paulo. Rio is cool if you're going with a bunch of guys, a 7-day trip, want to enjoy yourself, get away, party, have a great time. Yeah, go to Rio. But again, guys, there's more to Rio than Copacabana. Like, check out these other beaches. And some of these other beaches have a way better experience than Copacabana. So always keep that in mind. So yeah, can a Passport Bro or Passport Pookie ruin anyone's experience in Brazil? No. I know that, there was an issue with Austin Allman, but he's been cleared. No, even then, I'll still go to Brazil and still maneuver the way I maneuver and have any issues. One, personally, I don't wear any branded shirts, so I don't advertise who I am, where I'm from. So I'm more of the low-key, V-neck, white tee, Chuck Taylor type of traveler, man. I just kind of blend with the crowd and just have a good time and stay quiet. But yeah. So to answer my own original questions, can a Passport Pookie or a Passport Bro ruin a country experience of Brazil? No, they can't. Now, can you give the wrong perception of us? Yes. If you go in there being loud, being disrespectful, just doing all the negative things that you're not supposed to be doing in their country, then yes, you could probably leave a negative light. Because again, guys, most people don't get the chance to meet an African American. Always keep that in mind, guys. Out of all the black people across the globe, African Americans, we literally stand on top because, for one, our culture. We dictate a lot of culture across the world in regards to the hip hop and, of course, R&B, jazz. And we ooze cool for a lot of countries. But the thing is, too, they understand that, these countries do have colorism. These countries do have racism. Brazil has racism, man. Brazil has colorism. Colombia has racism and colorism, but also it drives through classism. So all those factors play a role. And I spoke about this last night. Every country I go to, I watch how they treat the minorities in those countries. Like Colombia, blacks are treated as second-class citizens. It's what it is. It's been proven. They've been protesting about that for civil rights issues. Same goes for Brazil. Speak to a typical black Brazilian, they'll tell you the real truth and how they're treated there, or the lack of opportunities they have. Now, it is changing, but still, it's just, they're like 20 years behind it. I say 30 years behind the United States when it comes to civil rights and opportunities. Now, I could be wrong. I know No Excuses, he's more informed around this. But again, based on my experience in speaking to Brazilians, black Brazilians are perceived not as the best. Same goes in Colombia. Shit, even DR got colorism. People don't want to admit it. They got colorism. I mean, Dominican Republic is more of a national country. There are nationalists first. However, if you crack down, if you look between the cracks, you will see some racism in there. You'll see some colorism in there. You'll definitely see some classism in there. But it is what it is, like every other country. So that's Brazil. I wonder if you guys have any questions in regards to Brazil. All right, let's see some of these comments. They want to be in the hood for the full. and experience. Yeah. How them baddies look in Brazil. You know what? Brazil got a nice crop of attractive women. Again, I think Salvador just had a very unique look to it. It was just very impressive to see a lot of blacks just sitting in the sun, man, sunbathing. You know, we as black people were taught to be afraid of the sun for some reason. And you go to Brazil, everybody loves the sun. And to see a bunch of black folks just chilling in the sun, man, and just wearing their thongs and just living the life, man. And I really enjoyed that experience. I definitely recommend Brazil. If you go to Brazil, I always tell people to do multiple cities. You know, if you could squeeze in Sao Paulo, Rio, and Salvador on a first trip, do that. You don't need to stay 7 days in Rio. It kind of gets boring because there's only so much you can do in Rio. You know, you can do the Sugar Loaves, all the typical tourist areas. But if you take a 10-day trip, I say break it. You know, go 3 days in Rio, 2 days in Sao Paulo, and 3 days in Salvador. So you can get a really feel of what Brazil has to offer. I wouldn't say spend 10 days in Rio. You'll get bored. Trust me. As much as people want to paint, you know, Rio as a fun city, it's not like that. Real talk. And it's only like that between November and March. Anytime beyond those months, man, it's raining. It's not the best weather. So depending where you are, but again, if you're taking your first trip to Brazil, I say split it up. Do a Rio. If you're doing 10 days, do 3 days in Rio, 2 days in Sao Paulo, and maybe 3 days in Salvador. So you can get a feel for each of those cities. Then next time when you decide to come back, you know what? Based on your previous experience in those 3 cities, you could decide, you know what? I'm gonna stay in Rio maybe for the whole entire 7 days this time around. That's what I normally do. When I travel to any country for the first time, I do multiple cities, and within those multiple cities, I try to get a feel which city that I can see myself coming back to visit. So, and I've done that for DR, done that for Colombia, done that for Brazil, and I've done that for Thailand. So that's what I always recommend. That's a strategy that I recommend anyone to take for first time traveling to any country. If you're going to Dominican Republic, fly into Santo Domingo, spend a few days in Domingo, and take the bus up north to Sosúa. Spend a few days in Sosúa so you can get a feel for it, or to Puerto Plata. If you still got time, stop in Santiago for a day or so and keep going up north, then come back south. If you're going to Colombia, again, if you got a 10-day trip to Colombia, don't spend 10 days all in Cartagena. Cartagena is a weekend city, guys. Cartagena is only a weekend city. After Sunday, that city is dead. So again, I'll say split your trip to like maybe 2 or 3 cities. Go to Bogota, get a feel for the, more of the Bogota life. Then catch a flight to Medellin. And again, one thing guys keep in mind, I was saying Dominican Republic is cheap. To catch a bus ride from Santo Domingo to Sosúa or Santiago could cost you about $6 to $8. If catching a flight between Medellin, Bogota, Cali to Cartagena, depending on what time of day, you could probably spend about $45 one way. And of course, you could catch a flight between Sao Paulo, Rio, and Salvador, which could cost you about $100 each way. So again, doing your research, planning accordingly, you could actually visit multiple cities in these countries where you could get a true value experience versus just staying 10 days in one particular area, seeing the same things and seeing the same people. I think it's just a waste of time. We're the beautiful women who love my gringo dollars and love me just for showing up. Hey man, they're everywhere based on what based on what YouTube says, man. They everywhere, man. Hey, what's up, Milano? Get those likes up. Yeah, man. Hey man, look, I don't really ask for much. I ain't asking for cash apps. I'm not asking for consultation fees. All that I need some likes, man. Because I'm starting to get in the habit of requesting for likes, so I can follow these learn more about this whole YouTube thing. But for me, guys, this is all fun for me. I love traveling. I love sharing information. So to me, like, I doubt I get monetized. I'm not sure when I'm going to get monetized or not. But at the end of the day, this is a pure hobby entertainment for me because, again, my money source is coming from elsewhere. So I don't really need the YouTube money. I'm not really I'm not stressing it. But, if I become monetized, that'd be great. If not, oh well. I mean, I still got other sources. But yeah, make sure to like my videos, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Hey, I want to visit Brazil. Yeah, man. Look, go to Brazil, dude. It's not that difficult, man. People try to make it more difficult what it is. I know in the past I had guys tell me, well, in order for you to go to Brazil, you got to speak Portuguese. You must speak Portuguese. I'm like, dude, I went to Brazil for the first time. I ain't speak a damn lick of damn Portuguese and had a great time. Dude, sometimes, man, just show up, man. Bring that positive energy with you. Smile with the ladies, man. Offer people drinks, man. Look, let me tell you this. I was in Salvador. Me and my boy Anthony. We're in Salvador. We're chilling at this area, like an art district area. And my boy, my boy Anthony, he smokes cigars. He brought some cigars with him. And, it was a group of two Black Brazilian men sitting next to us. And they were curious about what we were smoking. He said, like, my boy Anthony just offered him another cigar. And the guy was so happy to smoke a cigar. I think it was a Cuban or something. Yeah, he's like, yo, he kept saying thank you, whatever. Hey, we're about to go to a party. Would you like to come with us? And we're like, fuck yeah. Now, granted, we had a few drinks in our system, so we didn't use common sense. They could have easily robbed us, man. But lucky for us, they took us to the party, and bro, the women, oh my god, I was like, this is Brazil. There was an area where people had the playing with the band, with the instruments, stuff like that. They're sitting at the round table, and you got the girls dancing all around. Man, it was so authentic. And it was just like the only way we were able to experience that was through a local. Because literally we were in the tourist area in Salvador. But lucky for us, we met this brother, man. And guess what? For the next 2 days, he showed us around. He told us, like, yo, this is where we want to go. And we're going to all the hot spots. Again, that what made our experience great, because we were cordial to everybody. So again, you don't need to speak Portuguese. Just show up. Again, do your research. Plan. I can't say this enough. Know exactly where you're staying. Know places you want to go. And from there, if you want a pipeline, have something lined up while you get there, go ahead and do that. But guys, please don't try to sell any dreams. A lot of you guys are doing that to these women. Do not sell these dreams. Like, listen, you're there to have a good time. You're there, to meet friends. Say that. Don't try to promise something that you're not going to deliver. I've seen this happen over the years, and it's not a good look. What's a good starting point cash-wise to move to Brazil? I don't know. I don't live in Brazil. Man, I think the average person should at least have you should have an income of $4,000 a month to live comfortably. I mean, that's what I think. This whole thing about, hey, guys telling, you could live off $1,000 a month. That's bullshit, dog. I mean, who wants to live off of $1,000 a month in any country? I don't. I mean, ideally, I would like to have $4,000 monthly income, $4,000 as a monthly income to live in another country. If I want to live the life that I want to live, I'm hearing guys telling, you could live off $1,000 or $1,500. I'm like, yo, that's kind of struggling right there. Because again, as Americans, we're used to certain amenities and certain, conveniences. So are you willing to sacrifice that to live in another country? If you're not, then you got to be, realistic as far as where you're going to stay. And again, like any other place you live in across the globe, there's social classes. You got the well-off people, the middle class, the working class, the poor class. Where do you see yourself within this spectrum of classes that you want to stay and be around? That's the real question you need to ask yourself. So I talked about Dominican Republic. I talked about Colombia. I talked about just now Brazil. Now we're going to move on to Thailand. And the reason why I can talk about Thailand, because I was just there. I was just there in November. I was there for about 2.5 weeks. Had a great time. And I want to talk about it. I think people are giving a very false narrative about Thailand. It's a paradise. And, depending on who you're talking to, you get a whole different experience. But Thailand is what you make it. And I think a lot of people tend to focus on one particular area. And I got a map to show for that. Give me a second. You know what? 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to find the file for Thailand. Now, this is Thailand. Now, typically when people look at Thailand, or they travel to Thailand, they go to one particular area. And that area is, two areas. Well, actually 3 areas, most travelers. But when I speak about travel, I'm speaking black men. Most black men fly into Bangkok, then catch a taxi ride or bus ride to Pattaya. The bus ride between Bangkok and Pattaya is about an hour and some change, depending on how fast they're driving. I actually took a taxi ride. It didn't really cost me that much to do that. But one thing to keep in mind, guys, Pattaya is huge. As much as people try to paint Pattaya as a small country, is really not, man. Thailand is huge, man. When I flew from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, this was about an hour and some change to fly Bangkok to Chiang Mai. Now, you could catch a train ride from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. It's about 10 hours or 12 hours. But I decided to fly. So I arrived in Bangkok, flew to Chiang Mai. Then I took a bus ride. Not a bus ride, but a truck ride to Chiang Rai, which is about a 2-hour drive from Chiang Mai. Then from Chiang Rai to Phuket, that's about a 2-hour flight. Then from Phuket to Bangkok, it's about an hour and some change flight. So when you think of Thailand, and now that a lot of brothers are going to Thailand due to the recent exposure and popularity of Thailand, most guys just go to Pattaya. And that's really where most guys tend to go to. And when they do go to Pattaya, they only hang out at the red light district. It is what it is. They go to 2 clubs, which basically 808 and Flex. And they hang out at Pattaya Beach. Now, granted, guys, Pattaya has a lot to offer. There's a lot of areas you could go to in Pattaya, but most of the time that you see guys hanging out are within the red light district. Now, out of the 5 cities that I've been to, and I've been to Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Phuket, and Pattaya, Bangkok is my favorite city. The reason why, I like the city vibe. I like the different culture within Bangkok. There's a lot to see and do. The nightlife is better. And there's more things to do. It's like a true city. My second option would be Phuket. And the reason why Phuket, I picked Phuket over Pattaya because Phuket, I didn't see a lot of brothers in Phuket. Like literally most of the places I went to, I was probably one of the only few brothers. Now there were some Africans there, but as far as like African Americans, I didn't see too many of us in Phuket. Now, when I went to Chiang Mai, which is up here, and Chiang Rai, man, dude, I ain't see no brothers. Like, like literally, I was the only black guy out here based on what I've seen. I was getting stared at, looked at. People wanted to take pictures with me, especially when I went up here to Chiang Rai. So you don't see a lot of us in this area. Now, here's the crazy part. When I flew back to Bangkok from Phuket and caught a taxi ride to Pattaya, once I got to Pattaya, bro, I saw all the brothers. I literally saw all the brothers in Pattaya. That's where all the guys were. And it was like literally everywhere you go, you see a brother. And I only saw them around the red light district. Once I ventured away from the red light district, I didn't see too many of us. But at nighttime, that's when they all come out. Like nighttime, everyone going to 808, everyone's going to Flex. And all the ladies that go to 808 and Flex, it's pay for play. It is what it is, man. Don't think you're going to go there and find a wife, find a good girlfriend. No, you're not going to find that. You're just not. And so when I hear guys, hey, Thailand's going to be over and everything else, but I'm like, bro, there's so many other cities you could go to in Thailand. I mean, look at these other cities that I can't pronounce them right, but there's so many other options you could go to within Thailand where I don't need to see a bunch of brothers when I'm traveling. Like sometimes I'm kind of all right not seeing a bunch of brothers, man. The reason why I travel is to get away. So can a Passport Pookie or a Passport Bro ruin Thailand? No, it can't. Can they ruin 808? Flex? They already are. When I was there, I saw one dude making it rain in 808. Guys wearing the jewelry, they want to be seen. That's Pattaya. But once you go to Bangkok, especially when you go to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Phuket, you're not going to see none of that. You're just not. And what I noticed too, when I went up to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, people were ultra conservative. Like you could really experience the Thai culture in Thailand if you go further north. City life of Bangkok is city life. But if you're trying to experience Thailand, the Thailand culture, food is amazing in Thailand. I give the food A1. You have to go to other cities. Now, if you want to be around a bunch of brothers and a bunch of pay for play action, yeah, go to Pattaya. Go to Pattaya. The beaches there is not the best, man. If anything, their beach is kind of the worst, to be honest, based on what I've seen, because in Phuket, I saw way better options as far as beaches goes. And of course, you got the Phi Phi Islands and everything else. You just get a better all beach experience in Phuket versus Pattaya. But again, if you're in Thailand, you have to see Pattaya. Definitely go see it. I'll say if you're going to Pattaya, spend 2 or 3 days there. After that, it's overkill. It's literally overkill. It's just like there's really nothing else to do there. Now, if you want to go to Bangkok, you want to go hit up the other cities, then yeah, definitely fly out. It's super cheap. Like when I flew my Bangkok to Chiang Mai, I only paid $45. When I flew from Chiang Rai to Phuket, I paid about $100 one way. So again, if I want to, I could go to Thailand and not see another brother if I really want to, because I could easily go to other cities, other provinces within Thailand, and not come across any other African American brothers. Now I may come across some Africans here and there, but that's about it. And they pretty much know that you're not an African based on the way you look. It's sad, but it is what it is. But we as American, we do tend to stand out different, just on maybe it's our swag or the way we look and the way we carry ourselves. People just they kind of assume that we're not African, or they probably assume that we're African, but they don't know where. Now, when you get to Bangkok, you'll see a more larger African population there. Pattaya got a larger Black African population there. But once you skip those 2 areas, you're not going to see too many. So again, when people say that, Passport Pookie is going to ruin Thailand, or is not to say bad, guys, you got all these cities you could go to and visit. It doesn't make any sense for you to just go to one country and hit up the same city that everyone else is going to. And if you're trying to find, a mate or whatever, look, go to some of the other cities. Man, I saw a lot of attractive women in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. And to be honest, I saw more attractive women in Phuket. Phuket is where you get a lot of the brown skin, that tan look Thai. You get more down south in this area here. Pattaya is like whatever. It's like whatever. It's like whatever. I was not impressed with Pattaya, man. I was not impressed with it, man. I was like, okay. And I seen some of the girls that the brothers were with, man. I'm like, really? Like, really? Ooh, okay. Okay, that's you. But again, if you really want to get a true essence experience of Thailand, which I will be doing a Thailand video within the next couple of weeks, I'll be showing my receipts of Thailand with all the cities that I've been to. Yeah, Thailand has a lot to offer. Great food, great culture. There are baddies out there. Now, granted, you can't go there thinking that you're going to find that bottle-shaped Dominican body type, or that suntan Brazilian look, or that, that silky Colombian look, whatever word you guys use to describe somebody. You're not going to find that. Like when you go to Thailand, you got to manage your expectation for what it is. But you can still find some dimes. But just be realistic, man. You can't go there thinking that you're going to find this body type in this particular country. It doesn't work that way. So, yeah. To answer my own question, can a Passport Bro or Passport Pookie ruin Thailand? No, they can't, man. There's so many other options, many places. Even if we were to go to the same city, we don't need to hang out in the same areas. Because, again, there's so many other options within Pattaya, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Phuket, where we could go and not be in the same city, and not be in the same venues. It's real talk, because it's really based on economics. There's places where a group of people you will not be seen. It is what it is. Yeah, so yeah, man. So that's it, man. I wanted to talk about that. My topic of today was, can the Passport Pookies destroy a country experience? No, they can't. It's impossible. Just like, when they're going to Mexico or they're going to Costa Rica, I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to multiple cities in Costa Rica. I've been to Limon. I've been to Jaco Beach. I've been to San Jose. I've been to Panama. You know, again, no passport person based on their bad, ignorant behavior could ruin the country experience unless you let it. That's why I always tell everyone, do your fucking research, man. Plan. Do not rely on someone else's information to be your sole information. Again, I could tell you what my experience was, but at the same time, you may not have the same experience. So it's really up to you to do your part when you're there in these countries, is to really put it, put that action to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the invite line. If you guys want to jump on the call, you can actually have an open dialogue conversation. You agree or disagree. I'm open to debate with you guys and really have a conversation about this, man. Because again, I'm tired of hearing brothers saying that a country's ruined because a particular group of men are going there and is exposing the country for what it is. Like I remember, man, like 5 years ago, a bunch of these old heads, man, which I didn't like. Now I could put them on the spot if I wanted to, but they used to always like try to keep the information to themselves. Like, nigga, why you try to like hoard the information? Like, and it's funny, I surpassed all of them. It's very interesting because they felt like they didn't want to blow up the spot, but you're not blowing the spot if people are actually still traveling there. So guys, this whole thing that, hey, I don't want to blow up the spot, don't talk about too much about a particular country. It's like, bro, you don't own that country. You don't have no residency in that country. It's like, who are you to even tell someone? If someone asking you for information about a particular country, give that person that information, or they could just Google it. Like now I'm at a point now, it's like, whoa, I could watch a bunch of YouTubers, and the YouTubers that I do watch are white YouTubers. They tend to give you more information than black. I'm sad to say, black YouTubers don't give information. We talk about bullshit. But when it comes to information around traveling, I get my information from white YouTubers. It is what it is. These are the guys that's showing content. These are the guys that's showing the country, the culture, the food, the places to go. I don't get that from my black content creators. I don't. They show a highlight video and it don't really explain the detail of it. And it's just like, for me, if I'm planning a trip to any particular country, like right now I'm planning Portugal. I'm going to Portugal in a couple of months. So all of my content now is all Portugal. And it's sad to say, a lot of the content creators that I'm watching are non-black. And I have to say, a lot of the sisters are producing better content than the brothers. I'm seeing a lot of great content from sisters in Portugal, making things happen, having a great time. And I'm like, yo, where this spot is. I want to check this spot out. And guess what? When I comment in their comment section, they actually respond back to me. I'm not paying for any consultation fee. Just not. The information is there, man. We have all this information around us. Google, YouTube, and now we have AI, ChatGPT, where we could find out where the hot spots to go to, where the best cities to stay in, the safest city, what's the best hotel. So there's so much information out there. Now it's really up to you to take that information and put it into action. But too many of us, we're too lazy to do that. We want someone to hold hand ourselves through the experience. Hence, you get the experience that you deserve. So with that being said, I'm opening up the line, man. If you guys want to talk about it, again, I'm not trying to bash anybody, call out anybody. If you want to debate me, I'm open to debate. If you feel like, hey, what I'm saying is completely off, challenge me. And I'm down to actually have that conversation. All right, that's one person. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, what's up, Buck Travel?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Make sure your audio is well, man, because sometimes when you speak, your audio go in and out.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. So what's your take on the topic, man?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, guys need to diversify, and go to other locations, because we can't all be going to DR, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, like, I like what you're doing right now. You're going to Portugal, so that's something different, and you actually getting contents out of it, so that's good. But we just gotta diversify it, man.
Well, let me ask you this then. I'm gonna challenge you now. And again, we're gonna have a dialogue here. What about the guy does like, he likes going to Brazil, Colombia, DR, Thailand. What's the problem with them going to the same country all the time?
I mean, there's no problem with it, but you can't call yourself a traveler. when you keep going back to these same places, you can't call yourself a world traveler when you only been to three places, and it's only those three places you only been. So it's just the title. So it's like if you got that travel title on your name, YouTube name, now I'm questioning you. Are you really a traveler or are you a monger?
Oh, I mean, I just showed you Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Thailand. I showed you multiple states and provinces in those countries. Let's say someone goes to DR, but he's been to like 10 different provinces. You don't think that? You don't think that you know? Would you think he's a traveler then because he's moving around?
Is he calling himself a world traveler? Is this person new, by the way? Is this person new to the game? Because he might be new to the game and he just want to explore DR on a deeper level. But if he's calling himself a world traveler, or then I might be questioning him. So
okay. Again, don't take offense. I'm challenging you. We're having a casual conversation. I
like the heat, man. I like the heat.
All right. Okay. What about I love traveling to Dominican Republic. I've been to 14 cities in Dominican Republic. All right, I'm using it as an example. I never call myself a world traveler. I just consider myself a traveler because the fact that I get on a plane and I make the effort to leave the country does make me a traveler. However, I'm not a monger. What would you say?
I wouldn't say anything about that. It's just that there's guys out there. I don't want to mention any names.
No names.
Yeah. They're calling themselves a world traveler, but then they keep going back to these same three places. So, to me, that's not a world traveler, man.
So, how many countries does a man have to take, or a person has to take, to be considered a world traveler?
You can be coming into the game as a rookie, and you don't have to visit all 196 countries in the world. But as long as you thrive into go new places, then I consider you as a world traveler. So
now, all right. I'm pushing back a little bit. I'm pushing back a little bit, and again,
I like the pushback, man.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. What's the difference? Okay, does a world traveler carry more weight than someone that's just a traveler?
It really depends. What kind of weight are you referring to?
Maybe they consider more of like I got something over you, hey, because I've been to 20 countries, you only been to 2 countries. Does that make this person greater than the next because he has been to more countries? Because again, he's more of a world traveler versus someone who's just traveled to Dominican Republic or Colombia frequently. Well, does that make that person a better traveler?
It really, like I said, it depends on the length. So if that person who only been to 2 countries, how long has he been traveling for? And that person who's been a world traveler, how long he's been traveling for? So it's a lot of variables that's involved with this. But I just believe that guys should diversify, man, and guys should start going places other than these big three that a lot of these guys keep going to, man. I got tired of visit Colombia, DR, and this past trip I tried something new, Peru.
Yeah,
that was interesting. I went there during the perfect time, December. The weather was amazing. The food was amazing. Linked up with a couple of Afro Peruvians out there. They do have it out there.
Yeah, they do.
It was nice. Now on the next trip, I'm thinking about going back, not going back to South America, but thinking about deciding between Chile and Argentina. So
okay.
Different,
Well, we have a comment here by a Facebook user. I'm a world traveler and I frequent the hot spots Rio, Thailand, Colombia, and Sosua. Me personally, look, I think I just want black men to travel. I don't care how many countries they go to or how many countries they frequently. Just travel the world, man, because that's one thing about us we don't do. Traveling is new to a lot of people. Because again, traveling is an expense. It's a luxury expense. And if you don't have the means, you can't really travel. So the fact that I'm seeing brothers out there traveling, seeing something different, that's awesome. However, I do agree with you. See other places. Now, if you go into DR, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand on a frequent basis, check out other cities. Now, I know guys, they're very adamant to go into places that they know and frequent, which is it makes sense. It's their dollar, their time. However, I feel like you're not really taking a full advantage of your passport, your privilege. Because again, guys, traveling is a privilege to really see what's out there. Because again, until I started venturing out to other areas, like last year, I went to Mexico, I went to Ecuador, I went to El Salvador. I really got that drive back, that love, that passion to travel again. Because going to Colombia, especially like I can speak on DR because I'm in DR every other month. DR is not traveling to me. Do you understand, Buck Travel? It's like I don't consider that a traveling. Like I consider that going to Miami. It's a routine trip. I got to go take care of business, make sure everything is, everything's good. I'm staying up there, for a week or so or 2 weeks, depending on how soon I need to come back, and that's it. I don't consider that a vacation or a trip. Do you feel the same way? Like, when you go to another country, like, okay, let's say you met a girl in Peru, right? Well, are you still there?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you met a girl in Peru, right? So now you're on there every other month because you have a relationship with this girl. Would that consider traveling to you, or would that be something just like, I gotta head back to this place and do whatever?
I consider that as a routine.
Yeah.
If you've been there more than a couple of times, then it becomes a routine. So, the point I'm trying to make is like I'm not trying to downgrade anybody or anything. I just want brothers to diversify. Like when I'm looking on YouTube, let's say if I want to look up on Greece or something like that, every time when I look up these other countries, I got to get information from white YouTubers.
Yeah.
But then when I look up Colombia, I'm seeing a lot of us, talking about Colombia, a lot of us talking about DR, a lot of us talking about Brazil. But my point is I just want guys to diversify. That way I don't have to, reach out to, other non-Black content creators and see their shit, so.
I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I could care less. I look for information. It's sad to say that a lot of our Black fellow content creators that travel are not providing that type of information that I need to enhance my travel experience. Again, when I went to Thailand, I didn't want to pay a particular person the consulting fee to learn more about Thailand or have a conversation. There was no sense for me to do that. So guess what I did? I just sat down and watched a lot of YouTube, asked questions, Google YouTube, Google, where the best places to go to, where to stay, reading Airbnb reviews, reading hotel reviews. I actually took the time and effort to put in work. And by doing that, I was able to have this amazing experience in Thailand. And again, you and I could go to the same country, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you and I will have the same experience. So definitely, if you want to go to Pattaya and that's your scene, then go for it. But at the same time, it's just like, I just feel like you're just cheating yourself. But at the same time, that's your time, your money. I will always advise another man, listen, there's more out there. It's just like you coming down to Miami for Memorial Day weekend every year, and it's the same shit. It's like, bro, you don't need to go to Miami, go to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. You feel me? It's like you can go to Fort Lauderdale Beach, it's better.
Yeah.
We can go to Palm Beach.
Miami is more than South Beach. There's Brickell, there's Wynwood,
but at the same time, Buck Travel, you'd be amazed. A lot of guys will come down to Miami, and I'm from Miami, they will never see Brickell. They will never see Wynwood. They see South Beach, and that South Beach is like 10 blocks. That's it.
Yep.
And they will never venture out.
Miami, and the locals don't even go there.
Yeah.
You see that locals won't even go there for years.
Yeah.
No.
When I was living in Miami, I wasn't going to South Beach like that. I was still hanging out in Brickell. I was going to Fort Lauderdale area, Palm Beach area, hanging out. Of course, I went there. I was in undergrad, so we had the college parties. So it was cool.
Hollywood Beach is also nice.
Yeah, Hollywood Beach too. I used to live in Hollywood Beach, man. So I used to live like 20 minutes from the beach, walking distance.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with Colombia. I mean, with Medellin, for example, everybody is going to park age areas. But in Medellin, have you ever been to Medellin, Blackman Travels? Yeah.
Okay. I've been going since 2015.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody's going to park age areas now, but people don't realize that Medellin is more than parquejeros. There's other spots. There's
Yeah,
other spots in Sabaneta
yeah,
and Daro,
Morales.
Monteras. It's a lot of other spots that the locals go to, but these same guys keep going back to parquejeros. They keep going back to that same fishing hole what everybody fish for. So
But you know what? Of course, you're gonna have a lot of guys that's gonna say, "Oh, why are you worrying about what the next man is doing?" I'm like, I'm not worrying about it. I'm just telling you got better options. But if you want to continue eating shit in the same watering hole that every other dude is doing that, then hey, wish you the best of luck, buddy. Hey, Bobby, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all feeling, huh?
I'm doing good. Hey, man, I came across your YouTube channel, man. Finally, I've been watching your videos. I'm like, shit, it's Bobby. Yeah.
You finally found it. I kept
Yeah.
it on the low for a minute because, like, I think you saw me on that other panel, right?
Yeah, and I looked it up. Soon you said I went went looking for it. I was like, oh shit, it's Bobby. All right, cool. I see you in Haiti, see you in Tanzania and all these other places. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of broke out my shell because I wanted to. I jumped on that panel because I found like, all right, let me try it one time, and you see what happened, man. You see how chaotic that junk was.
Yeah, I mean, I love Razor
that one dude's panel.
Razor Rays, man. I love his. One thing is like, if you're looking for some drama and some craziness, man, and you don't want to think, man, Razor Ray shows be like crazy insane, man. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but that's his brand, though. It's like
yeah.
Like
I know.
like his brand. It's like kind of like WWE. It's like that Attitude Era. Everybody shouting,
man.
everybody doing this. So
it's funny. I was on one of his panels, and of course, everybody kept calling me BMT, and that's like, I'm not BMT. And of course, Razor Ray will start, start like, hey, man, we probably need to do a battle royal. The two BMTs, like, nah, man, I ain't doing that dumb shit, man. It's like, dude, I ain't got no beef, man. It's like, hey, we just got two unique names, kind of similar, but it's what it is, man. But hey, Bobby, what's your thoughts on the topic, man? What do you think about the whole can a Passport Pookie or Passport Bro ruin a country experience?
nah, I don't think so. Cause like every traveler is not equal. Like just like every person is not equal. Your experience is gonna be how much work you put into it, your knowledge, your personality, and everything. Cause like everybody's unique. That's when we start off. First of all, so me going somewhere, I might be good. If like somebody else go there, it's gonna be a horrible time. So I don't think it's gonna ruin it. What is it gonna do for the? I guess you calling them the Passport Pookies now?
That's what they call them.
Them
That's what they call them, man. It's like, all right.
It's a Passport Pookies. It's basically going to drive up the prices for them because they're all going to the same area, and this is like basically said the same watering hole, messing with the same people, and the price is just going to go up. Because that was one of the things. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on that panel, just to like divert. The reason why I jumped on that panel because I want to address the topic of people saying like, okay, they all going for pay to play. Everybody goes to a pay to play place, but they always saying like they're looking for submissive women and dating and all that. I'm like, how does dating and pay to play correlate? And that's why I wanted to bring up, but they kind of just shut that down. They just started arguing.
Yeah.
But basically, I don't think it's gonna get ruined. Like, cause like you said, you went to Thailand, you had a ball. I went to Thailand, I had a ball, and I've seen a couple people on other videos, like smaller channels said they hate Thailand, this and that. And I'm like,
yeah, I've seen that too.
like, bro, what are you talking about? Thailand is paradise. They was looking at me like I'm crazy or saying like, listening to me and thinking this dude's crazy.
My thing is this: I think a lot of guys that don't like Thailand, they compare it to, they're more the Sasua travelers, the Cartagena wall, clock tower travelers. If you catch my drift, so they compare, they use those two cities. They're known for mongering cities as the benchmark for their experience. So when they go to Pattaya, which is kind of closest to like the clock tower and Sasua. But again, the body type is different, guys. You can't go to Asia thinking you're going to find this Coke bottle type in Asia. You're not. And if you do, trust me, she's been around the block because most guys want that. And the thing is, you got to have this mindset that's like, you go to this particular country, You're there to experience something completely different. You cannot go there. Like, it's like me going to El Salvador thinking that I'm going to find, people who look like Colombians. That's impossible. But a lot of guys have that mindset. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to freaking Nigeria thinking I'm going to find someone that looks like European. It just doesn't make any sense. But a lot of guys have that mindset.
Yeah. And the ironic part is I thought they would like Pattaya better than like a Sasur or I haven't been to what you call it, to the Colombian spot. Or Cartagena. How you say it? Clock Tower?
Yeah, Cartagena.
Yeah, Cartagena. Yeah, I haven't been there. But I figured they would like Pattaya better because like I'm not into the like manga and junk. Every time I went to Pattaya, I got it in. And I didn't break no bread. Cause like that's one thing I would give like the advantage over Thailand from what I had with other talks with other travelers that been to like DR, Colombia, and Brazil is like if a Thai chick is feeling you, she's feeling you. Like she's just gonna want to talk to you and chill with you. But I heard like the other ones, like they just strict like nah, if you ain't breaking bread, then nah, I don't care how cute I think you are or whatever. They not messing with you or whatever. I'm curious, like, do you believe
I disagree with that? I disagree with that.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I had a conversation with a couple of dudes. It was like, nah, it's like they ain't rocking with you like that as you break bread. Because even though I was trying to bring that up on the other thing, and it was like, nah, they basically was like, yo, break bread. I'm like, bro, like, what are y'all talking about? But yeah, you can speak on that though.
Wait, I gotta give you some pushback on that, man. I disagree with that.
Yeah, go ahead. Like this is not my words. Like I said, I haven't been there.
Regardless where you're at in the world, if a chick is really feeling you, I mean, she's not gonna make you pay. Like for example, Parque Jerez. If a chick is charging a dude's like $70, and let's say she's instantly feeling you, just the way physical attraction, she go home with you for free, nothing. You smash everything. I'm just saying that. You don't have to pay if she's really, really attractive.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to hear what y'all, your opinion, because I had this conversation. I'm like, that's why I'm like, when dudes is like mad about Thailand, like Pattaya, I'm like, I figure y'all like it there. Cause well, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Here's my thing. In Thailand, now when I was in Bangkok, I noticed that it was just a whole different experience. Like when I went and spoke to women there, if anything, they were approaching me because I kind of stood out, in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Again, there's Africans and then there's African Americans. Once I start buying them drinks and whatever, and they realized, they spoke a little English, I spoke English to them. It was cool, and there were just girls, probably visiting from Thailand. They're Thai, but they probably don't longer live in Thailand. They probably live in another province, or they're coming out to party. That's Bangkok. Same goes to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. You meet people that just there, that just curious about who you are. Now, once you get to Pattaya, it can be a little challenging. Pattaya tend to be more transactional. That's how I felt. It was just like every person kind of went straight to the point. I'm like, whoa, okay, cool. I walked away. But you could find genuine people and women that got bodies in Thailand. You just got to move around. You can't go to the same places that where most guys are going to. And again, with Pattaya, everybody's going to 808 and Flex. Those are two primary spots.
Yep.
And if you go to the go-go bars, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just like, and it's become annoying because they just trying to get in your pockets.
Yeah. They're trying to get in your pocket. That's what I'm saying. This is what I was like, because we're talking about 808 and Flex, especially like Flex, because after a while, that's where everybody goes.
Yeah.
When they ain't find nobody. And yeah, every time I went to Flex, like, I was good. Like, I didn't have to, like, I'm like, I had like, yo, chill. I'm just chilling tonight. I don't want to do nothing. But dudes was like, I guess because I came prepared, like, you get in shape. I like to dance. I like to, like, just conversate with people just to shoot the shit and shit. And I guess a lot of dudes, they don't, because a lot of dudes are kind of antisocial. Well, that's what I noticed. A lot of dudes are antisocial. They got their drink, or they try to get a bottle, and then they try to stand over their table or stand on couches or do whatever to get attention. But they not actually talking to people, asking people where they're from, so they don't get to meet people.
I mean, like for me, when I'm out, especially when I'm traveling, I smile a lot. And I think, when you see a guy 6 feet tall, 260 pounds, it's just like, all right, he's smiling. I take care of myself. So that helps a lot, man. I don't walk around with my head down. I like to dance. I'm kind of like you. I like to dance. I want to have a good time. I'm not afraid to buy a woman to drink and walk away.
Yeah.
Some guys can't do that. Some guys like, why you buying her to drink? You simping. I'm like, dude, it's just a fucking drink, man. But again, I'm old school, man. I'm 45 years old. I'm part of the Generation X before social media, before apps. We had to like do cold approach. We had to stand up, walk up to a woman and speak your piece. Yep. So when I'm overseas, man, I tend to do that more often than I do here in the States. So I got nothing to lose. I had that mindset. I got nothing to lose. And once a girl, like you said, once someone starts feeling you and they realize, okay, you're not threatening, you're not, someone that's weird or whatever, desperate, dude, the pussy come to you, man.
Yeah, like that's why. That's why I was like, that's why I always keep. I'm baffled by this statement because it always comes down like whenever you talk about traveling, like the money issue always comes up, and I'm like, if you look for genuine relationships and you trying to build something, like, why would you always worry about like how much you got to pay a chick or blah, blah, blah? Like
because it's the culture that we live in now, and it seems like if you do anything that's genuine, you're a simp, you're a beta. Everybody's trying to play this cool, tough role that it doesn't really work in other countries. Maybe in the US, but once you go to other countries, man, dude, you just being like, take care of yourself, man. Wear clothes that compliment your body. Smile. It doesn't hurt you offer a woman a drink, man. Dude, understand, dude, we got the American dollar. So the currency is in our favor. Me buying a girl a $2 drink is not going to break the bank. But some guys have an issue with that. Dude, I remember I was in Cuba. I was by myself. I bought a bottle. I didn't feel like standing up. So I was like, yo, let me just get a VIP. The VIP only cost me $40. I got a bottle of Havana rum. Saw some girls celebrating their birthday, about four or five girls. You know what I did? I invited them to my VIP table. I said, you know what? Look, you guys celebrated birthday. Come party with me. And they did that. And guess what? I ended up hooking up with one of them.
Yeah, that's.
See, my thing is like when I travel, I don't travel with this press mentality that I got to smash every day. Guys, reality, there's some days I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like this whole notion that you got to smash something every night, dude, don't carry that mindset, man. There's some days that I've traveled, like when I was in Mexico, I ain't did nothing. I went to the clubs, did the parties, whatever. I went home by myself. I'm not gonna force my hand. That's something I never do, and I think that's why a lot of guys get drugged and robbed in Colombia. They force their hand.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta do this. I gotta.
A lot of guys, what they do is like that's something rookies would do, man. I won't lie. First time I started off, I was going wild, man. I'm talking about wild in Colombia, wild in DR, man. So I'm surprised nothing happened to me. But then the more experience I got in, I kind of want to slow things down right now, man. I agree with you, Black Man Travis. Like, there's some days where I don't even do anything, bro. I just want to relax and recharge and just sit back and just chill, man. So
I can share this experience with one of you guys. This is one of my trips in Colombia. One of my boys, he was so pressed, like he had to smash something. I'm like, bro, we just got here, but he had to smash something, man. I'm like. So, for me, my first 2 days, I take it easy, man. I'm trying to understand the landscape, get settled in. So he tried to bring a chick, man. Chick ended up robbing him. She left in the morning. She took some money from him, man. I'm like, I told you, man. It's like sometimes you can't be that pressed, man. Sometimes you got to get a feel for it, man. And I think a lot of guys, they go there with this thing, like this horn dog look on their face, and which makes them an easy target. And some girls could sense that the way you look at them, the way you being too touchy. Like a lot of guys don't know their space or have grounds, and sometimes they're not even socially aware. Like this girl's not feeling you, bro. Like the vibe is right there. You can see, but based on her body language and everything else, But these guys are so pressed, man. It's like, I got to smash. I'm like, bro, just take it easy, man.
Yeah, like I could share experience with you like that. One time I was in Thailand and I met another brother through this chick because I was talking to other chick. She's like, yeah, I want to get a bottle, but I don't feel like paying for it. I'm like, yo, it's the end of the night. Let's just call it a night because I'm not buying another bottle. Just get to this chick just for a friend to sit there. She's like, oh, no, yo, y'all hang out. I'm about to call somebody. So she called somebody. This dude showed up about like 20 minutes later, bought a bottle, and then at the end of the night, she gave him a kiss on the cheek and bounced. I was like, I felt bad for the brother. So I'm like, bro, because I already hit the other girl. I was like, bro, I'll chill out with you. I'm like, yo, yeah, you go with your friend. Yeah, let's turn up, son. Because I'm like, yo, bro, he came out. He dropped a quick $70. He was there for like 15 minutes, and then she just skedaddled. And I'm like, yo. And come to find out, what made the story worse is when I seen the chick again with her friend again, she been playing my dude out for like a year. I'm like, yo, he been out there for a year. And like she been stringing him along for a year. So I'm like, you should never be like that desperate for a chick. Like you said, I'm willing to go home by myself. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Like, but I think the reason why some people are pressed is because like you got to think about it. Dudes got like 2 weeks of vacation. Then from how a lot of these dudes talking, they not talking to women at home. They in monk mode or some other nonsense. So they're not having like that female interaction. So once they get the chance, they like, okay, this is now or never. After these 2 weeks, I gotta go back to like 6-9 months, a year, and not interact with women. So that desperation is just reeking off of them.
Yeah, I sense that a lot with a lot of guys, man. Like, you know, you sitting there having a conversation with them, they constantly looking around. I'm like, damn, dude, what you looking for? I'm like, you making me nervous. You keep looking around. Like, I'm like, yo, should I be looking after my back or something? But it shows, man. And that's why it's like, for me, when I travel, I bring the energy with me to have a great time. I don't create no level of expectation like, yo, now you got to come home with me. Like, nah, like I'm here to have a good time. Now, if there's a connection between you and I, and we vibing, you know, we talking, we laughing, all right, cool. It's going to be fun. But, you know, I gotta get something. Dude, that energy, man. I meet a lot of guys with that type of energy, and it never ends well. Yeah,
they usually just end up running off. Even if you like find some girls, they gotta go run them off. Like, that's why I can't hang out with dudes like that, man.
I want to show you guys a video. This is someone that I met when I was in Chiang Mai. Now, guys, I was in Chiang Mai. I was in the northern part of Thailand. That's not too many brothers there. She saw me in the club. She said, like, yeah, when I saw you, like, the only black dude. And she's like, I mean, saw you. And it's just like, man, I was like, damn, who is he? So, you know, she sent her friend over to me. It was a guy. She's Thai, but she lives in Australia. And she lives in Melbourne. But she was in town visiting her mom. And she sent her male friend, is like, to go talk to me. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I'm a little cautious, like, what this dude talking to me for? But again, I had a few drinks, man. So like, yeah, I started talking to him, whatever. And he said, listen, my friend want to talk to you. I'm like, who's your friend? The girl with the blue hair. I'm like, God damn, blue hair. But I'm like, God damn, she's cute. But dude, when she turned around, I was like, God damn, she got a fatty. I'm like, God damn, nice, because she does CrossFit. So I'm like, God damn, all right, cool. So, you know me, I'm overseas. Fuck it, I ain't got nothing to lose. You feel me? So I went up to her. I saw her and 3 other girls. I bought everybody drinks just to break the ice. You know how it is, guys. Wait, when you got to wing it, you got to wing it. It's like, all right, fuck it. I bought everyone drinks, including her guy friend. And we started talking. I introduced myself, started talking. And I kind of pushed her to the side and started talking to her, whatever. Then once a certain music came on, I grabbed her by the hand, took control of the situation, and started dancing with her. And from there, again, we smiling, she's smiling, we're talking. All right, cool, I'm in. Like, I knew right there, Bobby, Buck, you know the signs, man. When you know a girl's feeling you, like all the signs are there, it's like, all right, cool, we're good. So guess what? Her male friend got to go. And he's like, listen, I got to go. But she's like, I don't want to go home yet. I said, well, listen, look, you can still party with me. We can have a great time. and I'll make sure you get home safe. Like I'll pay for a taxi for you to get home safe. And the guy said, make sure you take care of us. Like, dude, I'm not even from here. I'm not trying to ruin the situation. So guess what? She stayed with me. All her friends left. She stayed with me, and we went to an after-hour spot in Chiang Mai. Now, Bobby, have you been to Chiang Mai?
Yeah, I've been to Chiang Mai. What spot you was in?
Yeah, I can't even recall.
Because there's a couple ones. This is the one in the because you was in the you was by the wall, right?
I was outside the wall.
Oh, you was outside the wall. Oh,
yeah.
Did you come back? Because I don't know I don't know the after hour spots outside the wall. Because there's one right next to the wall. It's what's that jump called again? Tell me what spot. Yeah, describe it to me. I probably know it.
It's an after hour spot. They have like neon lights inside. They play hip hop. Like they play nothing but hip hop and Afro beats. That's something I remember because, dude, I had like 5 Long Island iced teas. So, man, I had 5. She had 5 Long Island iced teas. I know we just kept drinking, and we're like, hey, we're gonna go to an after hour spot. She recommended, so we hit the after hour spot. And all I remember was seeing neon lights, and I was listening to Afro beats.
Yeah, was that the one that has all the posters on the wall? Like,
dude, bro, again, I had 5 Long Island iced teas. So I can't recall whatever, but all I know though, she had a nice fatty, man. She was cute, and I was like, all right, cool. So we out there. So now, guys, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. This girl been with me since 11. 5 o'clock in the morning. She's like, well, we could go grab something to eat. All right, cool. So we went to a little dive spot, like a little hole in the wall. I remember I was sitting on a crate eating some damn some Thai food. I was sitting on a crate. That's all I remember. And I said, you know what? Listen, you can come back to my place. Again, I'll sleep on the couch, whatever. I'll let you have the bed, and keep it cordial. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not trying to show like, of course I want to smash, but I'm not gonna show it. So all right, she agreed. She came back to my spot. She took a shower. I took a shower. I let her, I took a shower first. Then I let her take a shower. Then I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna grab the sofa. You can have the bed. And she's like, no, you can stay on the bed. And of course, case is closed. And again, all that throughout that whole time, I was just being a gentleman about it. I was just being like, all right, I'm not trying to make it feel like, hey, I need a hit or whatever. I put the ball on her court to make a decision. She could have easily said, you know what? I just met you. This is the first night in Chiang Mai. Because this is my first night in Chiang Mai. My first night. And all this is happening. And I met her. And, then the next morning we talk and whatever. And I say, hey, listen, I'd like to see you again later today. We could go out for dinner and get to know each other. So guess what? She came back later that evening. We had dinner. And that's the person that I chilled in Chiang Mai. I didn't have to go and try to be with multiple people. I just didn't have to. I don't know, maybe it's maturity or, I'm getting old. my patient level, I'm not sure for you guys, because you guys are a lot younger than me. I'm not pressed to like try to have multiple sessions like with people. Like I don't need to like, hey, yeah, I banged 5 chicks. That's not me. Like if I meet a chick, chick and we vibing, we doing well, like, yo, what's up? What are you doing tomorrow? Let's link up. Are you guys the same or are you guys different? I mean, again, it's okay that you guys see things differently.
Oh, nah. I be on that wave too. Oh, shout outs to Razor Rays. He's in the chat. Salute to him.
Hey, what's up, Razor Ray, man? What's going on, brother? You got a crazy ass chat yesterday. I mean, was it yesterday or the other day? Your live was insane. Dudes were beefing.
I mean, it was good. I mean, it was entertaining. I get that. That game was entertaining. I was crying laughing, man.
Hey, Razor Ray, man.
Yo, he gonna blow up. Like I'm telling you, his
yeah.
His channel's gonna blow up fast because like people love that. Like it's like what Fresh and Fit does, but it's like unfiltered. It's like the Passport Bros of that.
All you need is
a couple females on there. Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
No. You know what? He's a good instigator. Razor Ray, I know your strategy, brother. You're a good instigator, man. I'm like, God damn it. And dudes be falling for it too. I'm like, God damn, he fell for that. It's like, all right, cool. But hey, shout out to Razor Ray. If you guys have not subscribed to him, make sure to check him out. He has very entertaining live streams, man. And for every donation, he does have a beer or multiple drinks.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, the cerveza fun. I think he called it.
Yeah,
Right?
man, dude. How many beers do you averagely drink, bro? It's like, and that's the thing. Like, I'm looking at him like, yo, this dude stays fit. Like, how the hell he's consuming all that beer and still like be in the gym? I'm like, there's no way in hell. I think Razor Red, and I'm calling you out. I think those beer cans are nothing but water. You're drinking water.
Is a scandal that?
Yeah, dog. I think he's drinking water, man. There's no way in hell. And the thing too, depending on the amount that you donate to his fund, he takes shots. So I'm like, how the fuck he's taking shots with beer? Like now he's mixing. You know, he's mixing different drinks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
some
man,
people built like that though. Like, yo,
man,
there's a
shit.
I hang out with.
I don't want to hang out with Razor Ray at any bar. No, thank you. I'm a wine drinker. That's it. That's all I got. I will never join you in the bar and have a drinking contest with you, man, because that's insane. But anyways, man, dude, I'm gonna show you this video. And again, I don't want to show her face again. I like to keep things private. But
Yeah, of course.
okay, so I met in Chiang Mai, right? So we're in bed, my last day. I said, listen, man, I like your vibe, I like your energy, whatever. I'm about to go. I'm going to Chiang Mai, and at Chiang Mai, I'm flying to Phuket, and Phuket back to Bangkok. And I told her, like, listen, I'm going to Bangkok. Would you meet me in Bangkok? And she's like, I don't know, whatever. It's like, listen, man, you could come stay with me for a day or so, and I'll fly you back. So I bought her a plane ticket from Chiang Mai to Bangkok. And again, guys, the ticket was only $50, $50 one way. So total $100. If she chose not to come, hey, fuck it. I lost $100. But guess what, guys? I arrived in Bangkok after I left Phuket, and guess who I see? That's her right there. And we kicked it in Bangkok, bro. 2 days in Bangkok, though, hitting up the sky bars, hitting up the African spots because she like Afro beats and all that stuff. We did that, and I had a great time. So again, guys, sometimes if you put in the effort and the time to go out there and enjoy the country, you're gonna meet people. Now, if you make it your priority to like you gotta meet women, then I think that's when your trip kind of goes more down, down to the wayside. And again, that's my opinion. You guys could agree or disagree. Book travel, Bobby, what do you guys take on that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. Travel for everything. That way it makes your whole experience complete. I don't have a problem with guys just traveling strictly for women. I mean, you can do that. But me personally, when you combine all elements into one, man, that makes the whole travel experience beautiful, man. What you think, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with traveling, the women are gonna come anyway. Like it's like it's gonna happen. It's like saying like you're going somewhere and say like you're not gonna eat. Like you're gonna. It doesn't make sense, right? So that's why I'm like traveling for women. You should have something else. Like you want to see something, or you want to practice your language skills, or you just like if you just say I just want to go party hard. I've been working. I've been doing 100-hour weeks. I'm about to just go turn my brain off and party all night. Yeah. And if I find a chick, I'm gonna get drunk. If I find a chick, I find a chick. But it should be something like greater than finding a chick. That's me personally.
Yeah, I agree. Like most guys, I always tell them, listen, man, travel for the experience. Trust me, if you out there having a good time, you're gonna attract positive people around you. Now, if you go there with that thirsty look, you're gonna just settle for anything that comes your way, which end up being problems. So travel with that mindset, like, hey, listen, I'm here to take it all in. And that's it. If you want a pipeline, then pipeline. But just be careful which country you go to, because certain countries don't want a pipeline. It just is what it is. But again, there's ways you could actually meet people without making that a top priority. Again, like for me, when I travel, I try to have a good time. I travel to get away. If I meet someone in the process, that's great. And again, I've been to countries where I didn't do nothing. Like I didn't hook up with anybody. It was just I was just there, took a break, a 3-day break, and came back home. So not every trip you need to like smash something, man. Sometimes you probably just need that checkout period where you just need a restart. Just break away for a little bit. So And that's why, like, the countries that I highlighted, Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Thailand, look, you're going to meet women regardless. But again, it really depends on what type of women you're going to meet, because depending where you are, you may attract certain people. So, yeah, man.
I don't, but I don't think they're gonna mess up the countries, because I even heard some of this before, like before the whole Passport Bro movement. I went to Pattaya. That's when it wasn't like that many brothers there. I think this was back like 2018, and there was some of the some white dudes was kind of complaining because like I forgot who he was saying. It was somebody. I think they was complaining about the Indians or something. Yeah, I think they was complaining about the Indians or something. And they say they was messing it up. So I feel like people always gonna look back like, oh, the good old days when I don't know, like when soda cost a quarter or something like that. Now it's $1, so things are ruined now. But I feel like you always gonna have those like naysayers or people who just live in the past because they reliving their glory days and saying now it's bad because things got more expensive or stuff is changing. Change is constant in life. That's why you gotta roll. That's why I'm like, I don't care any country, like a bunch of new people go in, I still gonna have a good experience because I'm gonna plan out my travel. I know I got a network, or I'm gonna build a network, and I'm gonna do what I want to do to have fun. Simple as that.
My apologies. Yeah, I agree, and that's why that's the same mindset that I had. But I think that comes with experience. Once you understand that, hey, the whole purpose of you traveling is to get an experience, everything else is icing on the cake. So again, like when I went to Cartagena last year, I didn't hang out at the clock tower. I think we went to the clock tower one time. I was there for about an hour. After that, I never went back because I ended up going to other areas in Cartagena that I've never been before. Same goes for like the beach scene. I didn't go to Hollywood Beach. I did one of the private islands. I went to Bora Bora Beach Club. So again, we could go to the same cities, but yeah, we can have two different experiences because again, I'm more knowledgeable of what's out there versus someone who's just limited to going to, Delirium or Dolce Vita or Clock Tower. That's all they know. Versus, someone that I actually took the time to figure out, where to go as far as rooftop parties, where are some of the best lounges to go to meet, certain quality of people. It's what it is. And that's with every country. Because even in Pattaya, I went to a rooftop party in Pattaya. Dude, it was amazing. But when you look at YouTube, everyone just tells you 808 flex. But there's other venues you could go to in Pattaya that you don't have to be in the red light district.
Yeah. There's some places there. There's some really nice places in Pattaya that a lot of people don't go to because they're kind of out the way and it costs a little bit of money. So
yeah, it is.
Why they don't want to go there?
it is, and that's the thing too, man. I seen some shit while I was in Pattaya, man. I was like, bro, a lot of these guys are putting on, man. A lot of these guys are doing that struggling life, man. I'm like, wow. Like,
wait, hold
okay.
on. Okay, don't you have to call names, but like,
nah, man, nah.
it was that crazy.
I mean, bro, man. I'm very observant. I'm a type of person, man. I could be in the room with you, and you won't even know I'm in the room. I'm just super quiet, and I just sit back in the corner and just watch. And it's just like a lot of guys put on more than what they are, and it's just like again they paint certain cities, certain areas of these countries more than what it is. It's just like, yeah. If you want to live a good quality life in Pattaya, man, I say you got to at least have 4,000 monthly. If you're trying to live like an everyday Thai person, then I wish you the best, man. It's just there's levels to this shit, man. Every country's level to this shit.
Yeah. I mean, okay, if you go down that road, there's some dudes is definitely struggling. Like dudes is living in like I wouldn't even consider it a studio. Like no AC, like it's crazy. People got apartments in Thailand with no AC, just like a fan, like no kitchen, so they gotta like eat street food all day. Like, yeah, some dudes struggling. Like, I seen some junk. Like, some dudes living in spots that I call it a crack house, but they call it home.
I mean, again, guys, if you do your research, man, you can find some amazing deals. Like the places where I was staying at in Thailand, all across Thailand, I was paying about $50. The most I ever paid was $75, but it was some fly ass shit. If you do your research, if you take the time to plan out your trip, go to booking.com or Airbnb, negotiate your rates, man, you can find some amazing great deals. But people are not taught that. They're just trying to find a spot where they could just smash. And I'm like, nah, I need to rest my head somewhere comfortable. I don't know, maybe it's the bougie side of me, man, but it's just like I can't just sleep anywhere.
Yeah, and it's crazy to be skimping. Like, you slumming it in Thailand where it's like super cheap. Like, yo, it was like an Airbnb I was staying in Pattaya. I think it was there for 3 days. I think I was paying like $35 a day. Had a rooftop pool, gym, everything. And that was like $35 a day on like Airbnb. But like, yeah, people don't put the time in. Like, especially Thailand's like the cheapest country. Like, there's places like you could spend like, you could get you a nice apartment. Like one of my boys, he had a apartment in Bangkok, $600. I gotta go back. By next time I go to Bangkok, I'm staying in that spot. It was $600. It had 3 rooftop pools, a jacuzzi, and it was about a 10-minute like tuk-tuk drive from like downtown Sukhumvit, like right there by Azok. It was right there, like 10 minutes, 20-minute walk from Azok. You familiar with Bangkok, right?
Well, it was my first trip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like okay, so you know where the clubs at, like the main clubs, like where Sugars and all that at?
Yeah. Sugar and Afros.
Yeah, Juicies and all that. Yeah. Sugar Juicies. That's right in between Azuk and Nana. That's basically downtown.
Okay.
Right there. From like Soy 4 up to Soy 21 is downtown. So that's all premium real estate. And he had a place that was like literally like 10 minutes away, paying $600. He had a washing machine, he had security, everything. $600 a month, and a rooftop pool, 2 pools, and a jacuzzi. And a balcony with a ridiculous view of the city. $600 in Bangkok. Like, where can you get that at any other city? Like, I don't. Maybe Colombia probably. Cause I gotta get to the other big 3 to see. But like, that's crazy. I couldn't even get that in like Tanzania.
I'm sharing something with you guys, right? All right, can you guys see my screen? This is my spot right here in Bangkok. That was my spot in Bangkok, man.
Nice.
And where's the screen at? Yeah, and dude, I was paying $50 a day for that.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of guys don't take the time to do the research. So for me, again, you and I could go to the same city. We're gonna have 2 different experiences. Because trust me, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna stay in a fly ass place, thinking that you're gonna think that I spent a lot of money, but really I didn't, because I found deals. And but Pattaya, I think out of the 5 cities that I've been to in Thailand, Pattaya was my least favorite.
Pattaya is trash. Like that's what really gives me a headache about this. Is like Pattaya is so trash. Out of all the cities in Thailand, you got Phuket, Chiang Mai, you got the other cities like Buran, you got Chiang Rai. You could go up to Isan, but you got to know Thai. I wouldn't recommend anybody go to Isan unless you know Thai. But it's all these other cities, and like you pick a Pattaya, even like nobody likes Pattaya. Even the people in Pattaya don't like Pattaya. They just going to work.
My thing is this. What is the draw of Pattaya? Why all the brothers go to Pattaya? I don't see brothers in Phuket. I don't see brothers in Bangkok or some of the other cities. Like, what is the main draw of Pattaya? Like, why guys go to Pattaya? Is it because the red light?
I think that's one of the reasons. Because like I feel like Pattaya, if you're going for like a trip and you're going for one reason, like the party, then it is Pattaya, because like that's all Pattaya offers is like Walker Street, the girly bars, like Soy Six and all that, and
But
Tree
but
Town, Soy
but you could get
Pukao.
that in but you could get that in Phuket, and you could get that in Bangkok. Well, Phuket you still get the beaches, the better beaches, but Bangkok has the better cities to party.
Yeah, but the thing is, Phuket is more expensive than Pattaya. Yeah, like if you like,
Okay, expensive to whom exactly? Because again, if you compare to Bangkok to Miami or to fucking Chicago, Atlanta, Bangkok is still cheaper than New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, LA.
yeah, but the thing is, like, okay, in the impression, Phuket is expensive for like far as like
It is.
Thailand.
It
But
is. Phuket
Thailand
is expensive, yeah.
because even like the Thais consider like Phuket expensive because like the foreigners ran up prices there. And
I
if you're
agree.
going there for like a specific reason, I heard that's more expensive too because people there like the people in Phuket usually got money. Like that's where like I met this hedge fund manager and he was renting out this spot for like, yo, this place is ridiculous. It's basically like a hotel. He was paying
Wow.
$17,000 a month for like a mini hotel. So you imagine you got people like that out there in Phuket. So they drive up the prices for everything. That's why like a lot of brothers don't want to go to Phuket because it's running up the price. They can't get in that lane and compete with those type of dudes. So they go to Pattaya. Like Pattaya is like the minor leagues. Phuket's like the major league. You get what I'm saying?
I would agree because when I was in Phuket, I did see more of a higher clientele than Pattaya. I did notice that. It's just like even when I went out to the town side of Phuket, like I was seeing some of the hotels, some of the apartment buildings, more luxury. And I see like some of the cars out there too. Even like the bikes were a lot newer and a lot modern compared to Pattaya. But I say this: if I were to live in Thailand, I'll live in Bangkok, man, because Bangkok is the main city. There's so many areas you could actually live in Bangkok, and I think it's cheaper than Pattaya, man.
Yeah, and like in the long run, Bangkok is way cheaper than Pattaya. The thing is, why people don't want to stay in Bangkok is because they don't want to leave the bubble, and the bubble is basically like Nana Zork. Nana Zork can get expensive because like you want to stay like right there on like where the like Nana Plaza is, or
Yeah, I've been to Nana Plaza.
You
You gotta be careful, guys, when you're out there in Nana Plaza.
Oh yeah, Nana Plaza is wild. I mean, wait. Oh, you had a bad experience in Nana?
No. I didn't have a bad experience. It's just like, you just gotta be careful. I saw some lady boys around the area. I was like, okay. And that's one thing, man, is like when I was in Thailand, I can't recall, besides being somewhat drunk in Chiang Mai, I wasn't drunk in Pattaya. I wasn't like even buzzed in Bangkok. The only time I was really buzzed in Bangkok when Shorty came down to visit me. But besides that, man, when I was out there just exploring, I kind of just kept my head on the swivel and paid attention to everything. Same goes for Pattaya. That's like I was able to acknowledge a few things. People paint Pattaya more than what it is, man. It's just, again, the only time I saw brothers were in the red light district. If I was outside of that, I didn't see brothers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why it baffles me. Like I'm probably gonna go back this year. I don't know yet. Maybe this year or early next year. Cause I want to see how it looks now since like everybody's traveling now. The floodgates been open. But I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna look the same. I'm like, yo, Bangkok is my favorite city. Bangkok has everything you need. And even if you're on a budget, if you're willing to sacrifice living in the bubble of Zork and Nana, you can go stay a couple BTS stops up, and it'll cost you probably like less than like $1 to get to those spots in like 10-15 minutes on the BTS. And then when you want to catch a cab home, it'll cost you about like $3.
Yeah.
And it's not, and you get you a nice crib, because if you stay outside the bubble, your value is gonna go up. You can get you a place for like $400, $300, like a condo.
To be honest, when I was in Bangkok, dude, I was using this as my form of transportation. Where is it? This right here.
Oh, you was on the tour?
Yeah, man. This is Bangkok, man. So wherever I went, man, I just jumped behind one of these babies and just had fun with it, man. So I paid a little extra for it, but it was mainly for the experience, man. It's like whenever I saw the tuk-tuk and he'll play my jam, and I just sit in the back and let him drive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, tuk-tuks is fun. Like I did it once in the blue, like because it is fun. Like especially to get the one that got the roof cut off, like they got the moon roof, and they blasted the music, and you stand up with the chick, and like I took a couple videos.
No,
like that.
see, I didn't see that. The one that I had was like the guy had the neon lights on. He had the music blasting. He had all type of hip hop music on, and I just told him like, listen, I told him just drive, man. And he drove around, and it was a great experience. So like whenever I saw one, I decided to take it. Now I'm gonna take the tuk-tuk and just enjoy the experience. Just sit back and just watch.
Yeah, it's fun, but it is expensive. Like as far as like transportation to Thailand, taking a cab.
It is. But you know, I was there as a tourist. Like this is Pattaya. You would never think that this is Pattaya.
Which beach is this? Beach Road, or did you go to Jomtien?
I went to a beach right next to a restaurant. I forgot the name of the restaurant. It's like a very all-inclusive area because these were all like the hotels are. Like right behind me is a hotel. But this is Pattaya. Like if I were to walk further left along the ocean, it would take me to Pattaya Beach, which is about a 30-minute walk. But this here was private, man. Like, you know, I was just here chilling with a girl and just chilling, man, and watching. And I kind of like this beach scene than Pattaya Beach area. Pattaya Beach was just too noisy, too cluttered, and I don't know. I just felt better here.
Yeah, Beach Road kind of sucks. Yeah, if you want to go to a beach, you could go to like one of the private ones, or better yet, go where the Thais go, like Jomtien Beach. It's not that far. It's probably like, depending on where you at on Beach Road, or
I think that's it. I think that's it because that beach area was very inclusive. Like I didn't see a certain element of people in that beach area versus when I got to Pattaya Beach, it was different. So it could be that beach. I didn't know the name of it. Yeah,
you probably was at Jomtien, because if it was more like you seen some local Thais there, right?
Some local Thais, but a lot more tourists. Like again, because behind me were the hotels, and these were like more like the inclusive hotels. Like you got to have an ID to get in, type of hotel. Like you got. Oh
yeah, she was on the private beach. Then. Yeah, you was on the. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the area. Okay, you know, there's a restaurant called Surf and Turf. Have you heard of that?
Surf and Turf. Like, do you remember is it on Beach Road, Second Road?
Bro, I don't remember, man. all I know, I went there. Someone recommended. I took a taxi, and got there. I was like, wow, this is nice. And I went there for my beach. I didn't go to Pattaya Beach.
Because there's a couple hidden beaches too. That's why I'm saying I don't know if they probably led you to one of the hidden beaches. Because there's a hidden beach. Did you walk down? Okay. Did you walk down some stairs and then I think all the way? I don't know if you walked all the way that far. Because the hotels are on your right, and then all the way to the left you see like this like barrier with some rocks.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. So use that one of them like hidden beaches then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember the rocks. I had to climb the damn rocks with the girl. I was like, oh shit. But it was a great time, man. Look, all I'm saying, guys, go to Thailand, man. Fuck what you heard. Thailand has a lot to offer beyond Pattaya. Yes, I still recommend that you go to Pattaya and still see and experience it. But you don't need to stay there for 10, 20 days, man. There's so much you could do in Bangkok. Then also too, if you really want to get the Thailand experience, go to Chiang Mai, go to some of the other cities in the south near Phuket. I mean, granted, pay somebody to be your host or your guide, but there's a lot to do in these countries. And again, no Passport Pookie could definitely ruin any country experience, regardless of what they say.
Yeah. I agree with you. Every country, like I'm pretty sure, like you could say the same thing about DR,
Yeah.
Brazil, Colombia. It's just, I think it's because like, I think the problem is like we are kind of in like this echo chamber of like the passport bro jug. So we see it, but I'm thinking because like people think this is a movement, but I don't think this is as loud as other people do. Like you hear little mentions it in the mainstream.
Yeah.
But I don't think like it's not affecting change and all that.
No, it's not, man. If anything, I have a podcast on the topic on the rise and fall of the passport bros. It's losing a lot of momentum. It is. You have now people disassociate themselves from it, and it's just like, you know, the angle was just weak. That was just a weak ass angle to take and why you were traveling, and it was just not sustainable. I mean, a movement changed laws, changed society. You guys were just bitching. That's what it was, man. And and the ones who are traveling, and one thing that stood out the most, the ones who are traveling heavy, like the ones that out there putting in work, they don't claim it.
Yeah,
you notice that, like the ones who out there putting in work, like real work, traveling wise, dude, they don't claim it. It's like, dude, I've been doing this shit way before any hashtag.
Yeah, I agree with you, but you gotta be careful, man. They're gonna be like, yo, you a hater, man. You one of them haters, like.
I've been called a damn hater, a fake BMT, all this shit. I'm like, man, look. At the end of the day, though, I'm in DR for 2 weeks. I just got back. Where you been? Like, I'm getting ready to go to Portugal. Where you going? And it's just like, I'm gonna do a podcast on it next month about it. It's just a bunch of dudes crying about, hey, they have an opportunity to find women that could fall into their plan, but they're not realistic. Most women are not trying to be that this criteria type of woman that you're looking for. They're not. A lot of women in these countries want to work. They want to feel empowered. And that's going on across the globe, man. And it's just like, yeah, you want someone to be loyal to you and you only see them once a year for 2 weeks. Like, yeah, that's not real. That's not sustainable. Then you bitch about, her asking for money. Cause like, bro, you say you want to be the man, right? You want to be the boss. You want to be the head. You got to take care of her. That's your responsibility. Oh, no. I want 50-50. How you want 50-50 in a foreign relationship?
Bro, I mean, yo, you preaching right now. This is stuff I bring up. Like, yeah, like.
No, trust me. Next month, I'm about to go in. It's called the rise and fall of the passport bros, man. And it's just like, again, and that's the thing is, the guys who are out there that are producing content around passport bros, they're being overlooked because they're not showing the butts. They're not showing the walking streets. I mean, so it's like you got guys who like No Excuse, who's producing really great content, great informative content with hard data to support his argument. He's not getting the views because, you know what, people want to see ass. So you saying that, as a viewer, you want a submissive, subservient wife or whatever that could cook and clean for you, but yet you're looking at hoes.
Bro, exactly.
Bro, yeah. I'm about to go in on their asses, man. Dude, when I do that video, man, listen, I want these dudes to come for me, man. I'm like, yeah, all right, come for me, bro. I'm giving you a platform to come on board and you could go at it. Because the thing is, it's a joke, man. If you're done with so-called stateside, why do you continue to do live streams about it? Why do you continue to have like every episode is about that? Yeah, you show no receipts of traveling at all.
Bro, like, I said this exact thing on that panel. I don't know if you was there for the whole panel, but I said this. I'm like, yo, because the dude said there was haters coming after them. I'm like, bro, the reason why a lot of people coming after you is because you're somewhere, you're in a foreign country. If you're in a foreign country, saying, "Oh, American women are terrible," blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, there's never been a point where I was in a country. I'm like, let me go on live stream for an hour, 2 hours, and complain about American women. Never, because I'm having a good time enjoying it. Whenever you're enjoying life, you don't feel like negative energy to argue with somebody. That's why like you gotta call cap on some of these dudes. Like yo, they traveling the way they traveling because like yo,
you nice, Bobby. You nice. You saying cap? I mean, I'm too old to say cap. I'm old school. They full of shit. Fuck that. I'm 40. I'm 45 years old. I'm middle aged. God damn it. You full of shit. How the fuck you in another country bitching, whining what's going on in the States? Nigga, you in another country living that life. Yeah, you doing live streams every fucking day, bitching and whining. That means your life is not as grand as you claim it to be. I'm sorry. And two, guys, whenever you downgrade your own race or your own group of women to another race, you know that makes you look weak.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize, like, again, I'm a marketer, man. Like I look at the optics, I look at the perception, you know, how things are being done and said. When you sit down and literally put down any group of people, that speaks volume of who you are as a person. You know that? Especially if you put down your own race of people to make another group of race of people feel better about themselves. Dude, that speaks volume of the type of person you are. I don't care what anybody say. And guys, all these Filipinas, these Thai girls, all of a sudden they love black men. Their first option is a white dude, man. Let's keep it a buck.
Bro, you preach like you bring up a lot of the stuff I said.
Man, listen, man. That's why, man, they don't want me to jump on their platform, man. I'll climb their ass, man. It's just like, bro, all right, you want to talk about the real? Let's talk about the real. And it's just, I have a thing when you feel like you need to go ahead and just put down certain people. I mean, granted, I understand people talking a lot of nonsense on TikTok and so forth. It's TikTok. Don't take it serious. But you have guys like literally getting into fights about this. Like they making this like, I gotta save the black man from these women. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, man. Because the thing is, they're not talking about how a lot of guys are getting played in these countries.
Fact.
They're not talking about that. They're not talking about how a lot of guys are supporting these people in these countries, and he's getting played. Or she got another dude, a local dude, or another foreigner.
Facts.
But they don't talk about that. They talk about everything's all peachy and creamy. And again, going back to the whole Filipinas, all the ones that all of a sudden like, you know, black men, guys, they gaslighting you, man. They found a platform that works to get views and donations, and guess what? They're gonna cater to your dumb ass.
Bro, you going, bro? This is
I'm being nice. I'm being nice. I'm being nice, dude. Look, when I do the podcast, the rise and fall of the Passport Bros, man. Look, I'm gonna explain why it picked up so fast. I've been doing my research and why it has fallen. Why has so many people had disassociated themselves from it? Because again, it's not good for the overall branding perception. As a content creator, you don't want to be affiliated with that.
Fact.
Now, granted, there are some content creators trying to clean it up. Again, I big ups to No Excuse. Big up to, you know, BMT. They're really trying to clean it up based on what a lot of the bullshit some of these other guys have done. But bro, it's a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Just recently, I don't know if you heard the CIA recently put the Red Pill reference as like the Red Pill group as one of the CIA watch list or FBI watch list.
Oh, they put it like kind of like as a terrorist organization.
Yeah, Red Pill.
Really? I heard somebody. I seen somebody write something like that in the chat. I thought they was like, because you know these dudes was like super.
No, they actually did it about a week ago. They actually have any like Red Pill groups are considered as a dangerous group.
It was inevitable that people think you could just get on the internet and just talk insane like nobody's listening. Like, bro, you're giving them a paper trail and the documentation to learn everything about your group on the internet, because you can't really hide stuff on the internet like that. Even the most secure stuff on the internet, there's always, even stuff that's super secure, they always have to have checks and balances, because like cybersecurity is like huge. And I'm pretty sure the Red Pill, Manosphere, Passport Bros are not using proper cybersecurity protocol to protect the information, valuable information that they're spewing on the internet. or the documents.
Because you have a lot of guys who are hurt, who are somewhat, bitter, whatever it is. Give them a damn microphone, a phone, and and the internet. Then they want to cry about their mistreatment, and I'm like, man, dude, man, the fuck up, man. We all been hurt.
Yeah,
we all have.
All been
rejected. Is like, yeah, we all been rejected, man. It's like, dude, what did you do to better yourself since then? A lot of girls that rejected me in the past, dude, when I see them now, like, hell no, I'm not hooking up with your ass. Tables turn. It's like, oh hell, it's like there's no way in hell. But again, you learn from it. But when you got these guys that sit on various panels crying about the same stuff every day, and it's like, what is your solution? We're gonna go overseas. Like when I get my money up? How often? Oh, you start asking them questions. It's like, okay. Then when they do meet a chick that has all the qualities of a good woman, they go out and cheat on them because they can't control their dick.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
They find these good girls in these countries, then they go out there and play the good girl. Then the good girl becomes jaded, and guess what? The cycles continue.
Yep. They bring the same stuff that they're running away from into the country that they're going to.
Yeah.
Creating single moms, doing all this other stuff.
Oh, bro, don't let me get at that, man. Man,
okay. Let me. I just want to say what the irony is. This, because I'm not going to even say names, but some of the big proponents was like, "Yo, I'm not talking to all these single moms in America." Next thing you know, they on videos with single moms on YouTube. Oh, this is such a lovely lady. And I'm like, bro, could you not like be the biggest hip? At least if you're gonna say something instant, at least hide it. My man was loud and proud with it.
You got YouTubers creating single mothers.
Yeah, bro, son,
creating single mothers in foreign countries. We're not talking about that. Oh man, it's just like, again, man, the optics don't look good, and again, there are a few YouTubers that are really trying to clean it up. Big ups to them, but it's kind of hard, man, because so much mess has been caused, and in the past, as travelers, we moved under the radar. That's how we operated. Since when it became a point where we felt the need that we need to pump our chests. And now with everybody's a content creator, everybody doing stuff for clout.
Yeah,
it's like they're showing everything now, things that were kept under the radar for hundreds of years. Like, we all know how long Sasua has been operating. Now within 2 years, everyone knows about Sasua. We knew how Cartagena Clock Tower was operating for years. I knew that since 2015. Now, dude, you freaking Google. If you Google YouTube Cartagena, that's all you see.
Yes, bro. Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. Yeah, trying to clean that up is like, you're gonna need the world's greatest PR team in the world to try to spin the story to clean that up. But the thing is, like, you said, like, I was being too nice to them. Like, I'm not even being nice. The thing is, like, I got a level of apathy right now. Cause I'm like, I was thinking about, like, yo, why am I putting energy into something like I don't really care about?
I don't care either, to be honest.
I'm like, why am I? I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna. That's their thing. Like, I want to see. The thing is, I want to see brothers do well. That's why I put energy into it. I'm thinking about the next generation that's coming behind us.
I'm gonna tell you this. My oldest son, 19 years old, he travels. And I asked him one day, "Are you a passport bro?" He said, "Fuck no." He was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't no damn passport bro." It's like, I've been doing this since I was.
This is interesting. Okay,
yeah.
What is your son's opinion? Because because he's like the next generation, right?
Yeah, he's the next generation. Yeah.
What is his opinion on?
All right, first, okay, I have my nephews. My nephews are in their 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked them, like, "Yo, you guys been traveling since you guys were babies, man. So you guys, doing your thing. You guys know about Passport Bro?" Like, "Yeah, we heard of it, on TikTok, or whatever." I said, "Would you consider yourself a Passport Bro because you've been traveling?" No. They said, "Nah, I don't need a title to travel and enjoy myself." Then I asked my youngest son, well, not my youngest son, my oldest son. He's 19. He's been traveling, locally and just recently going overseas with his friends, mainly to Mexico or stuff like that. I said, would you consider yourself a passport bro because you're traveling outside now? He said, no. It's just like, I don't travel for based on what they talk about. So people know what a passport bro is based on what they're hearing. Again, because there's not a really clear definition of what a passport bro, but they know the behavior and what's being pushed. It's like the reason why most of you guys are traveling for are to find a submissive wife. And that's really not the case. You're not traveling to these countries to find a submissive wife. You're not. You're saying it, but you're not.
Yeah, it's a cover.
And the ones who are finding a wives, they're not claiming passport bro, man. They're just not. So it's a hashtag that picked up a lot of steam. A lot of people ran with it, and now there's pushback. And when you have someone who literally, had a tattoo on himself with it, now say, hey, I'm no longer one, that speaks volume.
Yeah, like a lot of storylines are changing, man. A lot of narratives are changing. Because people like, they want to be, because like the thing is, this is a problem with passport, bro. The label is you can't grow a brand off of that. Because
you can't.
How can you grow a brand? Like how can you go to like a company and be like, okay, I'm a traveler. I got like 200,000 subscribers. I want to do a brand deal with you. Okay, they go, okay, yeah, cool. You got this many views. You're doing like 2 million views. Let me look at your content. Oh, American women this, American women suck. Yo, we gotta get out there, get your asses and shit like that. Like, bro, no legitimate brand's gonna deal with that. Wait up, bro, get out of here.
No,
you a sucker. Nope. Get out of here.
and that's the thing. And it's like for me, and again, we're gonna do a podcast on it. Again, it's gonna be an open forum discussion, and I want anyone that wants to debate me or who wants to like defend it, go for it. Let's do it. But I always knew based on the optics, based on their reasoning, and it's just the foolishness behind it, man. I'm watching grown ass men acting like children, and for all the OGs that put us on game about traveling, they laugh at this shit because they say keep this shit under the radar. Like what you do overseas is like what you do in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Now everything, like you said, everything's is out in the bag, and everyone sees what goes on, so they have a perception. So now when I go to the Dominican Republic, oh, you going to go fucking prostitutes? Like the hell, man? There's more to DR than that. When you go to Brazil, oh, you gonna find a girlfriend for favelas. I'm like, it's just like shit. Oh, you going to Thailand? Oh, you gonna get a lady boy? I'm like, what the hell? Like, I can't have my own reason why I'm traveling. I can't just be a blogger. I can't just be a foodie. Like, why I have to travel for that particular reason? It's just like, has black men has become to that lowest point where that's what we're known for.
Yeah, like I agree with you. This is one of the reasons why I want to go on that panel, like, because I want to bring this stuff up so like the broader audience could see this. Is like, yo, I could discuss it with them and like, yo, like, how do y'all feel about this? Like, how y'all gonna plan to clean up? How y'all plan to grow this brand eventually after your wave die out? Because you only gonna have so much time in the sun before you have to start getting it out the mud by yourself. Because marketing, okay, you got a trend, but trends don't last forever. After that, what are you gonna do?
I said that the Passport Bro is a fad, which is a short-term trend. It picked up momentum during the right after Kevin Samuels. Now it's going down, and now you have a lot of people disassociate themselves from it. You have people who actually claim to be like, so they never claimed it to be leaders, but they were more like the figureheads. They're no longer part of it anymore. And now when you Google the term Passport Bros, it gives you like multiple unclear definitions. However, there's a perception, and that perception is hard to change. Once the consumer has a perception of your brand, that is hard to change. Yeah. Companies will spend millions of dollars to change that perception. You guys don't have that. So now you're known for that one particular thing. And again, this is what you want to lead with as your movement. Again, guys, I'm a marketing strategist, man. I've been doing this for over 20 years. the optics around this is not good. Me personally, if anyone calls me Pastor Bro, I'm gonna check them. Like, no, don't insult me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said on that path. Okay, I'm willing. It's okay if you go after them this hard. Do you think they're gonna call you out on like? Because it seems like they're gonna call you out. You go end up on Razor.
I mean, yeah, I know Razor would love to have me on this panel. I mean, I actually, spoke my piece on Razor's show, and again, I want every guy to travel. I want every man to travel. I want every man to see the world. But like black men, there's so much out there that we can see and do, man. And it's like we're being kept away from a lot of shit.
Yep.
And it's just like now we're in a position to see what we've been missing. And it just sucked that we're putting ourselves in these pigeonholes and limiting ourselves from really getting the full experience. So when I watch YouTube, which I literally watch a lot now, and I look at these other travelers and I see these non-black content creators when they traveling, bro, they living.
Yeah.
They experience. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And yeah, some of them do take stupid ass risk.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, you know what? This is some good information I like to try, or at least use. When I look at non-black travel content creators, particularly men, now the sisters doing their thing. Like, guys, we got to give the hats to the women, the sisters. They doing their thing, man.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. They're gonna blow a gasket.
Oh, I mean, they are, man. I mean, I'll be quick to say, what they doing their thing. Like when I look at the brothers, there's a few brothers out there that's really making it happen. Of course, Passport Heavy, he sets the benchmark.
Yeah.
Then you got Barber World TV, Zoe, he's doing his thing. I mean, I'm a big fan. Check is doing his thing. Ace is doing his thing. That's content. The rest is just walking street. And a bunch of lies with no receipts. Like, how the fuck are you talking about traveling all the damn time? You have no receipts.
Yeah.
And I'm from the age where if you have no pictures, it never happened. So when guys talking about, get your passport, like, bro, show us some of your receipts, man. Where you been? Where you you always telling guys get their passport to go this so country, but you never have nothing to show. Like for me, I can say go to my website, blackmantravels.com. I'm constantly updating. I'm writing blogs, and now I'm in the process of creating more like videos. The ebooks are coming out soon on each of the on Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Thailand, because these are the 4 popular areas for black men. I'm putting together a free ebook for you guys to know where to go, where to stay, and what to do for free. Now, if you decide to pay consultation for more additional information that I can't provide, then go for it. I'm not gonna hate on the brothers that's providing that service, but guys, a lot of information that you're looking for, it's on Google.
Yeah, it's out there. Google, YouTube, travel forums, Reddit. It's so
Reddit, man, dude.
Yeah.
Reddit. I learned so much from Reddit, and now with ChatGPT AI, bro, that's just gave me wealth of information. But the problem is, and let's keep it real, Bobby, we don't like to read.
I agree with you 100%. I agree.
What it
a lot
is,
of people
man.
don't want to read. They don't know. Personally, in my life, my brothers I know, like my literal brothers, I be trying to put them on game, get them on book, never look at it. Friends, never look at it. So yeah, I know brothers that like to read. But I just want to comment on what you're doing though. Like, you're doing it smart. Like, you got your website, you set out some newsletters or
blogs.
ebooks, and did all that. You're building up a catalog of information. So if a brand wants to come to you and be like, yo, we looking for somebody to say, like, I don't know, go to Peru. You think they're gonna take you? You already showed that you could get your message across in the written word. You could get it across in video form. You could do a podcast on it. Or they go choose you, or they go choose somebody who's out in a red light district, or somebody who's just on the panel complaining about black women.
I mean,
dude, the choice is obvious, right?
2 years ago, I went to a travel conference here in Atlanta. It was a Black travel conference, and I sat there too. I was one of a few guys there at the conference. The rest was number women, and these women had successful traveling businesses. These were successful travel bloggers they were getting brand deals, sponsor deals, travel, and and give them a review. And I'm sitting back, just absorbing all this information, and man, I'm like, wow, I want to do this. And one thing they talked about, build a website, start becoming a content creator, either be through written or videos or anything else. And I'm like, you know what? I already got that. I got all this content from all my other travels. Let me just tell a story. So then I did that. And guess what, bro? I get so many damn visits on my website. Like, I even had, with the whole Austin Element happened, with the whole Passport Bro thing happened, I had a news station reached out to me. They wanted to interview me to give my take on it. And I said no. I declined because I didn't know what was going on. And two, I don't want my face to be live on national TV, local TV station, like, hey, talking about what's going on in Brazil. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And again, being a marketer, I need to protect my brand. And so that's why when people say that they're gonna pitching you as a Passport Bro. Like, no, they're not. Because you know why? I have a website. Black Man Travels. And I created a simple, easy name that you can remember. And that's one thing. Even Peso Man, shout out to Mr. Peso Man that's probably listening.
Yeah, Peso, crazy dude.
Hey, like even him, man, is like, as much as he wanted to like call me a fraud and everything else, like, bro, you know that my content is not that bad. I just don't get a lot of views because it's not a hot topic. It's not a topic that focus around drama. It's not talking about women or whatever. I talk about real stuff from health, relationship, technology, traveling. Like, look at all the stuff I wrote, man. Food, how to stay healthy. I mean, relationship, stress, dealing with depression, obesity. I mean, who talks about that? When Black men talk about traveling, they talk about two things, bro. Costs and mangoes. That's it.
Yep.
Like, so again, I create content, and then again, you look at my eye candy page. Like, this one person sent me an email. He got pissed off because he thought eye candy meant porn or whatever. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Oh, your eye candy is misleading. I'm like, what do you mean misleading? It's like, you're not showing anything. It's just a bunch of travelers. Like, yeah, bro. What the hell were you expecting?
I think he's expecting that the Patreon where they be putting the
XXX
videos that.
And again, I got videos, but dude, certain things is not meant to be shared, man. It's just what it is. Like, for me, and that's one thing I do as well. Like, out of respect, I tend not to show a lot of faces. Now, if a girl doesn't mind, like, if we're doing a photo shoot, all right, cool. But if someone's hanging out with me, dude, I ain't gonna show a face, man.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, you don't want to blow up the white spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, again, when I do this, I have a contact us form. Hey, listen, if you need any advice or whatever, you can reach out to me. And guess what? I respond to everybody. And now with TikTok, I got Instagram, YouTube, I got the Facebook group. Again, like even with my Facebook group, someone took a shot at me. Oh, he only has about 3,000 members. It's like, bro, do you know how many people I turn down on a monthly basis, on a weekly, daily basis? Because I don't want to have 20,000 members. I don't care about having 20,000 members. Because out of that 20,000 members you have, I bet you at least 50 or 60% of those people are not even traveling.
Yeah. And all it takes is one bad apple, like that scandal they had.
Yeah. With that chat group they had. Yeah, Discord. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, like that was wild.
You got people taking screenshots of your Discord group. And again, it's great that you have numbers like, the Black Man Option got, 25,000. BMT group guy has about 21,000. These other groups had like 7,000. I purposely keep mine under below 3,000 because I want to monitor what goes on. And every person that I do let in, I look at their profile personally. I look at when the profile was created. I look at their pictures to make sure that there's some level of consistency. And also, I make sure there's a real name, and your profile better have a real picture of yourself. And I've seen guys that try to create these fake profiles, like literally, you created a Facebook page yesterday, and you want to join my group, like really?
Yeah, I mean, you doing it smart, like, because this is the thing, like, you have a plan and a goal of what you're doing with it. A lot of people I see, they're just flying by the seat of their pants, like. Even me, like, I don't really take it serious. Like, you saw my channel. I think I got like 14 videos. Like, I don't care. I post when I feel like posting. Like, I don't care. But like you, if you wanted to, you could easily transition yours to like, if you want to do like, if you want to do consulting or you want to become like a full-time traveler. If somebody Peso said, let me pull up. This dude is everywhere, bro.
Where is he? Where is he?
I just see in the chat. Let me pull up Peso, man.
I don't see him.
Yeah, you can't see the chat. It just says.
I'm seeing the chat, but I don't see his comment.
It says. He had a picture of Kodak Black. Yeah, this guy.
Hey, hey, what's up, Peso, man? How you doing, man? Like, dude, we winding down, man. We've been doing this live for a few hours now, man. So, but definitely one day, look, I'm gonna say this. One day, I will get on your live show. You won't know when. But I will be that unexpected caller that jumps on your live, and I'll do a one-on-one with you. But based on my terms, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like what it's like, because that's even like going on these panels is kind of like I feel like I want to go on the panel because I want to share knowledge with people. I want to broaden their perspective.
The dudes ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like the things I was saying, like the things you want to go over. I was gonna bring up those topics, but every time I try to bring up a topic, it's like everybody just ignore me and so start arguing again. And I'm like, are y'all serious?
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand, most guys, they're not living this traveling life full time, so they living through vicariously through other people. So, you know, any type of drama is good drama because, again, you have to understand, a lot of people have sorry lives, man. So they want to see, you know, beefs. They want to see all that stuff. And it's entertaining. That's why I think Raise the Raise, he's going to blow up, man. He's going to, like, blow up because he has a lot of content that he can use. All these robberies that's going on in Medellin and Cartagena, the drugging. Dude, that's content that he can use.
Yep.
You know?
His channel's like the official, like, smoke channel now. He had the East versus Czech. Then now he had Zoom with
Thailand with Time
Easy.
Yeah, and now Travel Time with Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I told him when I was on that panel, I wouldn't be surprised if you have 100,000.
Yeah, I mean he has it, man. And you know, like I said, he create great content. But for me, it's just like my personality, that's not me. Now I will jump in on the panel and provide my 2 cents, but going back and forth, yelling, cussing at somebody, I'm not doing that, man. I'd rather just like stay quiet and let you sound like a fool.
Yeah. I guess
because at the end of the day, while you doing all this, whatever, I'm like, okay, what can I do to find another deal, right, to get out of here?
Yeah, like facts. Like that's why I'm kind of mad. I missed the live you did yesterday. Like I rewatched it. Yeah, like that's the conversation.
Oh, how was it, man? What was your take on that? What I did yesterday?
Yeah, that's the type of panels we need to have. Like, okay, everybody's trying to leave the matrix, but nobody's talking about how you're going to leave the matrix, how you're going to sustain yourself once you're out the matrix. That's why nobody's leaving the matrix, because you need the matrix to live. So if we want to take things to the next level and make a movement, we got to start building businesses, building different streams of income. Yeah, start thinking about like the future, because like y'all was saying, like, yo, tomorrow's not given. If you want to do something, you need to do it now. And that's like my mindset. That's why I wish I was on there, because like, yo, you not get like your time can be up so soon. Like you say, like you just celebrated like a birthday, right? A happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, like we not spring chickens no more. If we're gonna make a move in life, we need to do it now. So that's the type of conversations we need to start having, especially if we want to leave stuff for the next generation.
And that's the thing. That's why I think yesterday it was kind of a little bit more personal, but I wanted to get that out. And again, I made myself a little vulnerable to it, but at the same time, I want to show every man, like, hey, listen, not all of us is winning like that. Some of us are, dealing with, certain issues, and it's okay as long as you find, if you're trying to find a solution to that problem, go ahead and work on it. This whole thing that you winning all the damn time, that's bullshit, man. There's some days as a black man, you fucking tired.
Yeah.
Tired of putting on. You're tired of doing these fake ass smiles at the office. Dude, you got the whole world on your back. Kids, baby mama, ex-wife, bills. Dude, sometimes, man, a lot of us will go to the bar and drink our problems away. Shit, I know guys who buy a plane ticket just to go to another country and get drunk every single day.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to run away from their problem. We're not talking about that. We're all talking about all the good shit. We party, it's lit, we're turning up. But they're not talking about the man that's in his room, in his hotel room for 3 days straight, dealing with depression. And he doesn't know where else to go. Or the guy that, he's running away from his abusive wife. And the only time he can feel a woman, he has to pay for it. They don't talk about those things.
Yeah, you speaking facts, man. Again, we not talking. Everything is getting glossed over. That's why I want to have like a real conversation, like because people are not doing well out here. Because if everybody was doing well, like I'm not calling no names or that, but everybody was doing so good, they wouldn't be having their Cash App stamped everywhere on the video, in the description, everywhere you see. Like I'm like, damn, like. Bro, what is this? Like, am I in a supermarket or something? Like, why is everybody stamping their Cash App everywhere now?
You got dudes with 100 subscribers or less than 100 subscribers with a Cash App number. Like, how the fuck you asking for Cash App? You only got 95 subscribers. It's a come up. I mean, your ass got no real skills out there to generate real income. So using Facebook YouTube as a way to bring your primary income, which should never be your primary income.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
now,
like,
if you're making Passport heavy money, Ace Live money, checks money, then yeah. But we're not. We literally grossing over the real issues as they're impacting men. If you guys all about the manosphere, which is a fucking joke, the whole manosphere is a fucking joke. You need to talk about the real issues, man.
Yeah, facts.
And this whole manosphere, which has been taken over literally by women, I don't know how.
Yeah, that's the whole ironic part. Like, yeah, women don't know nothing. Women is the how they saying like the evil, but then y'all listen to a bunch of women, then y'all send money to a bunch of women. Like, bro, like make it make sense. Like,
and the thing is, like,
okay, I just say this one point. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The thing is sustainable. Traveling is expensive.
It is.
And without a substantial amount of income coming in, you can't sustain it. So these people are literally walking the tightrope, trying to survive. And that rope is burning behind them. So they trying to run across the rope before it falls out, and then they disappear. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to just get that out.
No, it's true. I mean, you had one YouTuber literally tell his followers, if you're making $45,000 a year, you should be traveling every other month. I'm like,
wait, that's after taxes? You making $45,000 after taxes?
You said you're making $45,000 a year, you should be traveling every other month. If you're making more than $75,000 a year, you should be traveling every month. I'm like,
In what world?
Yeah.
Where are you traveling to, bro? I need to.
Granted,
down in the back chat. I need to go where you traveling to.
Again, I'm looking at all the optics. I'm looking at this dude background. I'm looking at where he's sitting at. I'm like, bro, you're not in a position to say that, man. You're just not. Based on what I'm seeing on your live and you showing everything, you're not in a position to say that.
Bro, does he realize how much 45,000 is? Like, is he like? He must not be making any money. Cause like this 45,000 and you travel it every other month.
Look, man,
bro, that doesn't even make sense. Even after taxes, you're probably down to like only having like 30 something. And then wait, how you gonna pay your rent? How you gonna pay your utilities? How you pay yourself? Let alone buy a plane ticket.
At the end of the day, man, look, and I tell every guy the same. Look, travel to experience life. Enjoy yourself. Whatever happens, enjoy it. Come back home, grind, and do it again. Now, if your goal is to become an expat, put yourself in a position to become an expat. If your goal is to find a wife overseas, put yourself in a position to find a wife. If you are going to trying to find a wife, you got to make a decision whether you're going to move to that country or bring her here to the States. You can't just be married to someone and you only see her once or twice a year. That's not realistic.
But you can't bring them to the States because you know they're gonna get corrupted. Because you know, as soon as somebody crosses to the U.S. border, there's like a virus. Especially, it only affects women though. It turns them evil, and then they take half your assets, and then you on YouTube again complaining. So yeah. Those again, I'm gonna do a podcast on that. That whole notion, don't bring them to the States, is foolishness, man. Dude, if she's gonna use you, she's gonna use you. Doesn't matter what. I mean, at the end of the day, that she respects you, that she loves you. Do you create that atmosphere for her where she could be herself, where she could be a lady to you, a woman to you? A lot of guys are moving around with insecurities, man. Yep.
And I'm like, you need to check that. And that's why I say again, dude, work on yourself, man. But guess when you do that, you a hater. Are you looking at my pockets and shit? I'm like, really? Like, man, we just got to be better versions of ourselves, man, domestically and overseas. Because, like I said, I've seen guys overseas not doing too well, man. But in their eyes, they're outside the matrix. But guess what? Every country has its own unique matrix.
Exactly. Like, that's why I keep trying to get across to everybody. Like, you complaining about stuff. The people in the country that you're visiting, they're complaining about similar things. Mm-hmm. The guys are complaining the same thing. Like, you saying these women are so special, or America's this thing. These other countries got way wilder stuff going on. It's just that you don't see it because you're only in the bubble and you're only there for a short amount of time. But once you spend enough time in there, you're like, yo, this is kind of wild. I mean, the cost of living might be a little bit less because you're getting paid in US dollars, but these countries could get wild too. So it's not a big difference, but like, some people were just so caught up in like the fantasy of it that they don't even think straight anymore.
No, I agree. Guess what? When I was in Dominican Republic on Monday, and when I was in Santiago, it was a wild ass protest. People were protesting because the cost of living in Dominican Republic has gone up so high that the average Dominican is literally scraping to get by. But you don't hear people talk about that because when you're in Sosua, you're in the party zone area. But they don't see when you're outside of those tourist areas, a lot of Dominicans are not doing well because economy-wise, the cost of inflation. So there was a huge protest where the military police had to come out in Santiago to calm the protest. And I saw it. I didn't want to record it. It's like, no, I'm not going to record it. I got to respect, that's their issue.
Yeah.
I could have easily recorded it for clout. Like, yeah, YouTube, look at this. I'm like, nah, man. I got invested interest here. I'm not trying to burn any type of relationship anywhere. Yeah. And you know what? Let me just watch it with my own eyes. I kept my phone in my pocket. It was like, I just watched it like, damn, they protest just like how we protest here.
Yeah, like, and that's what people not thinking about. Like, that's a good point you brought up yesterday. Is like, a lot of people not thinking about, the economy is doing terrible right now. And we just at the beginning of this recession with how many people got laid off in tech. The layoffs haven't even spread it out to like the general economy, like manufacturing and other service-based jobs. So imagine when stuff branches out. That's like these people not even these guys are not even thinking about, I need to secure myself during this downturn, let alone trying to like go travel and like trick off and all this other nonsense.
No, I mean, like I even said it yesterday, dude. After this Portugal trip, I'm shutting it down for a while, so I can focus on my business. I can focus on my other ventures, and you know, like I said, I go to DR. DR is not a trip for me. That's like a routine thing for me. But I'm shutting it down for a while until everything's get, you know, up and running. And guess what? I'm prepared for that. Lucky for me, I have a life here in the States where I don't need to go out to actually do something. And I don't believe in this whole monk mode bullshit either.
Nah, fuck. Yeah,
it's
fuck
not
that
realistic, man. It's like, dude, your ass gonna go fucking crazy. Yeah. So it's just like, you need that outlet for you to go out and see people, mingle. And that's the thing. You kind of mentioned this earlier during the conversation where people are socially awkward, man. They can't communicate.
Yeah, it's so true. Like this is like, I'm not gonna lie. I would have like, these people that's close to me, but like this like people like, yo, they literally just hit me up just to talk about, yo, man, I need to get out of here, man. I can't survive in here. I'm like, bro, what's going on? It's like I can't survive. I'm like, yo, I'm just here. I'm like, bro, go have some fun, go socialize. Like they don't want to leave the house. The only time they feel like they can actually be social is when they're outside the country. And I'm like, bro, it's no different. Like, yo, there's no difference.
No difference.
Just go talk to people. Like, it's not like, that's why I'm trying to get, that's why I want to make, one of the main things I'm going to get to people's heads, like, yo, people are not different anywhere. People always say cultures might be different. There might be some different customs.
They're the same.
But yeah, but like on a fundamental level, people are the same. So if you go talk to somebody and you're genuine with them, they'll be genuine with you. You could build a relationship. You could build a social circle here, and you can have a good life. So you're always not living for the next, like you shut down everything for 9 months, and then for that 2 weeks you get to live life, and then you suffer for the next 9 months. Like it's insane how people just like the same thing you do when you get on that plane and go to another place, you could do here. It's just you're not doing it because you don't want to take the pain of rejection.
Yeah.
Because you papering over that, you don't want to deal with rejection. And then another problem with people don't want to deal with is because they don't want to work on themselves. People don't want to deal with you if you looking dusty, you cheap, you broke. Like, yeah, you have to bring something to the table. Like, if I come to the table and you want to hang with people that's of means and have something of status and something substantial, you got to bring something to the table. They didn't actually have like some bum hanging out with them, or women are not going to want to hang out with you if you some bum who can't even like string 3 words together to make a coherent thought. And it's not hard, but it's like when you say that, like when you say work on yourself, like, oh nah, man, forget that, bro. I got this bread here, whatever nonsense they say. Oh, I got money. They always say something else. I'm like, bro, okay, if that was true, then why does your lifestyle look different overseas than it does here? Because my lifestyle looks the same wherever I'm at.
I agree, because it's funny. This afternoon I was on LinkedIn, and I did a search on LinkedIn looking for like black men in tech, and I couldn't find anything. But guess what I found? I found black women in tech, sisters in tech, all this like all around. I'm like, damn, there's not a single black man in tech. And something told me, you know what? Hey, let's start a LinkedIn group, Black Men in Tech. Do you know how much people I could actually reach and build around? Successful black men in technology. Either be from hardware to software, we could all come together, maybe do an annual conference where we could all come together and break bread.
Yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah, because
that's the thing. So for me, like you said, like I live my life in the States same as I do overseas. I want to meet people. We cannot have this mindset where that there's a term for that that one man on the island or the man on the island. You can't be that one man on the island. You need a community.
Yeah. And
that community you build overseas is not realistic, man. It's not, like you said, it's not sustainable. But if you create a community of brothers here in the States where you guys can still meet here and overseas, that's amazing. You guys could break bread. You guys could create a business opportunity together. So for me, it's important for me to continue to go out and network, continue to meet people, continue to work on myself, continue to go into the gym. Because at the end of the day, I still need it.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't. That's the thing, yo. That's actually a good idea because there is not a lot of guys in tech. To be honest with you, like,
No,
there's not a lot of guys in tech. It's not a lot of guys in finance.
no.
That's the problem though. Like, see, this thing is we get amped up. I don't want to make this like too like bashing out. Like, I'm not trying to bash brothers, but we get amped up over like silly stuff. Like, we get amped up about like Passport Bro jug and argue and all this other junk. When like we should like, what we should be getting amped up is like, okay, yo, how are we gonna get to this bag? How are we gonna get wealth? And then we could do whatever we want. We could go build a community in Brazil or build a community in DR, Thailand, or wherever. Like other people do. Like how people have like Little Italy over here, or Little Korea in this country, or Little India in this country. Why can't we have like a community like that? Well, for all these big, like we got these big four countries, but we don't even got like a community. Like other people, like other countries go like, oh, they set up Little India or Little Thailand. Why don't we have a community if all these brothers are going here spending all this money?
Because we spend our money on dumb shit.
Yep.
Food, liquor, and pussy.
Yep.
So only a few brothers out there that's really making things happen. Like I said, shout out to Vincent, Flip Flop, Kings and Wings, Brick City Flames out in Sasua. The guys are doing their thing in Brazil, in Colombia, opening businesses, starting Airbnbs. Shout out to y'all, man. You guys are setting the blueprint. But a lot of guys don't want to do that. A lot of guys just want to escape. So, I mean, I understand, but we're not winning as much as everyone trying to paint it to be on YouTube. We're not.
Yep.
And they're not dealing with a lot of the depression that a lot of these men are going through as well. Because I talk to them, man, and it's just like, you could tell that this person's running away from something.
Yeah.
Or, he's using it as a form of escape. Because I've done it. I'm not afraid to say it, man. When I was going through my divorce, man, dude, traveling was my escape, man. I was gone literally every month. I was gone. Even if it was like a 2 or 3 day trip, because I lived in Miami. So living in Miami, I had access to all of Latin America and the Caribbean islands. So I could leave on a Friday morning, be back on Monday. But until I took the chance to look at myself and accept my own accountability, like, yo, you do have to take some type of blame for this. And also too, take the time to work on yourself. That's when you start finding a solution. But being mad what your ex done, your baby mama, whatever, or someone fucking you over and you carrying that same anger overseas, man, it just gets worse.
Yeah. Hey, I did the same thing too. I took a couple of trips like I was just stressed out with work and everything. Took a trip. I just needed I just didn't want to think no more, man. You get to the point where you just don't want to think and you just need out. So I'm there with you. I can admit to that too. A lot of brothers don't want to admit to that though. They just saying they doing this because of the Matrix, but they're not doing it because of the Matrix, because they're doing it because they're running away from reality.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing, Bobby. Is like, I can't have a real one-on-one conversation with you if you're not being honest. Like, you painting this rosy glass, amazing experience all the damn time is not real. Like, and that's why everyone kind of jumped on Zoom, because like, dude, you painting Pati to be this rosy experience when it's not.
Yeah, and the thing, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh, go ahead.
No, the thing is, like, I've been out there and I talk, because that's the most time country I spent the most time in was Thailand. And if you talk to like the brothers in Pattaya or the people that been in Pattaya and left and came back to Bangkok, it's like, yo, those substance abuse in themselves is so substantial in Pattaya. That's why they got, I don't know if you heard of it when you was out there, the Pattaya Flying Club. Did you hear about it?
No. What is that?
That's when people delete themselves. They go to the highest building and they fly for one time only. Yeah, bro, you never heard? Oh yeah, because you didn't spend that much time. Yeah, this ask about it or Google about it. Pattaya Flying Club is a common occurrence. Cause look,
Wow.
It's from depression, substance abuse, people running out of money, getting cheated on because somebody. Yeah, it's so substantial out in Thailand that they call it the Pattaya Flying Club. That's why I want to have a conversation with Zoom. I didn't want to name names, but that's why I want to have a conversation with Zoom. Like, bro, why you don't talk about this stuff? Like, I mean, I'm not knocking him. He got his business. He's trying to make money. I never mess with a man's money because that's not my style. But I'm just like saying, like, yo, bro, why don't you mention this? I know why you can't mention it because your brand, but like, son, you kind of got like a conflict of interest there because if your brand is to paint it in a positive light, but there's all this shady stuff going on, you kind of giving people false hope and you're paying half truths. And then when people come out there and find out, they're gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah, and that's what's happening now. You have a lot of guys that went to Pattaya doing Rolling Loud. You had guys in Pattaya bigging up Pattaya, like, hey, this is the best thing, a slice of apple pie. They get to Pattaya, they realize, oh, Pattaya ain't all that. Yep. They learn real quick, like, that's it. It's like, well, dude, you know, there's more to Thailand than just Pattaya. Like, honestly, if I didn't explore the other cities and just strictly went to Pattaya, I wouldn't like Thailand.
Fact.
But lucky for me, I experienced Bangkok. I experienced Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Phuket. I seen the beauty of Thailand. I seen the culture, the you know, the beautiful people, the you know, I was able to experience Thailand for what it was. When I went to Pattaya, I didn't experience Thailand. I experienced pretty much a red light district until I went outside of the red light district and I saw, like, hey, there's more to Pattaya.
Yeah, like that whole Chonburi area. Yeah, Chonburi area is like big because that's like, I think that's what they call like I don't remember if they call it like the county. I forgot how they call it, but yeah, it's like that whole Chonburi area. Like Pattaya is like the eyesore of that area. Everything else outside of it is cool, man. That's why I'm like, I want to have a conversation like, yo, bro, why you don't talk about Bangkok and this? And I'm not trying to attack nobody because I'm not about like I feel like when people get on the internet, like they change their personality. Like I'm Mr. like hard and all this. Like you can't see me, I'll knock you. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that, bro. I'm just saying how I'm talking down is how I'm gonna talk to you in real life. I don't got nothing to sell. I don't got nothing to prove on the internet. If you wanna curse and scream and all that, bro, that's all you, bro. I'm about to sign off and enjoy.
One thing is, I always tell guys when dudes try to threaten me, try to play that tough guy shit, I say, sir, do you know when I was in high school, went to region, I was in a regional wrestling team. And two, even at my age, I'm gonna show you something. I got my full boxing gloves and I have my MMA gloves. Which one you want? So I be like, yo, are you really about that life? Which one you want? Because though even at my age, man, I'm still somewhat in great shape for my size. And it's just like, don't threaten me. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to go back and forth and argue with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to just have civil conversations. We can share ideas or disagreements. But also, too, man, be truthful what you're selling. You know, and you just have a lot of people out there just doing it for the money. And I understand, again, I'm not gonna hate on you or whatever, but I will challenge you on it. And that's what guys are doing. And some people don't like to be challenged.
Yeah, and that's when they want to like, yeah, yo play gourmet. I'm supposed to be fighting, bro. Like, I mean, if I had to, I had to, but bro, I'm not.
I mean, I'm too old too, but I'm too old too. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes, man, obviously, I wish a nigga would, boy. It just sometimes you just be in that damn that space.
Yeah,
so it's just like, man, not today, man, not today.
Yeah, but I had to I had to calm down with that because I had a situation with Zoe in Tanzania. Some dude said something stupid to me, and Zoe had to calm me down. Like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, what's going on, bro? That's why I'm like, yo, I gotta be mellow. Like, because like once you get to a point in life where you can, or you trying to build stuff, like I don't got time to be going. If you touch me, or you do something out of pocket, you catch me on the wrong day, we could get it. I'm still from Brick City. It's whatever, bro. I grew up in the hood. It's whatever. But besides all that, I ain't trying to go to internet beef and all this other junk. Get out of here, man.
It's funny, man. I'll partake in the foolishness if I don't feel like thinking. Like, fuck, let me just be an asshole. Again, guys, traveling is an experience, man. Enjoy your life while you're here in this world. For me to hit 45, I would love to reach 75, 85, but I don't know what's going to happen. But while I'm here, man, just trying to enjoy it, man. If you find a good chick out there, dude, explore it. Don't let no man try to shame you for you exploring a relationship overseas. Because trust me, guys, I have a lot of guys that try to backdoor me, snitch on me. Like, they see what I got. And it's like, oh, man. And they just try to get it too.
Bro.
You'd be amazed. A lot of guys are jealous of your situation, especially if you got something good. And they be your fellow so-called passport brothers that be hating on your ass.
Bro, yeah, like that's why I said you see my channel. That's why I show some stuff, but I'm not gonna show everything. Because dudes are grimy, yo. Dudes will kick your back in. I'm like, yo, the thing is like, bro, you bringing a scarcity mentality in this country. Like when you go overseas, it's like abundance. Like you are just jumped from middle class to pretty much the top 1% or top 10% in that country because of the finances that you're bringing in being American. Why would you come there with a scarcity mentality? But nope, you can't explain that to dudes. Dudes will try to like, yo, let me get that Insta, do that, or then behind their back they be like, oh, he a dog. I'm like, bro.
Oh, that been happened to me several times in Colombia and DR. So I've learned, it's gonna happen, but at the same time, if you got something solid, you're good. But a lot of guys gonna hate it. A lot of guys gonna hate on it, and a lot of men do have a scarcity mindset, and it's sad because you're carrying that same matrix mentality with you wherever you go. So you're trying to say that you're trying to escape the matrix, but yet you bring it with you. So you're literally a walking contradiction. So I don't know. And two, just like you see the girls that they mess with in these countries, man. I'm like, really? You can't wait out here for that?
Bro, that's what be killing me. And then they highlight it. I'm like, yo, you highlighting this? You highlighting? I call them the warm up. Like that's the warm up right there. That's like you scratching. You just get like, yo. That's you just shooting the ball around, bro. You ain't even in the game yet, yo. What you doing with the warm up?
Because you know why, Bobby? A lot of guys are lazy. They don't want to put in work. Okay, you want a stunner, you want a 10, you want a dime, right? But yet you're not willing to do what it takes to keep her as a dime. Like you find this person that you want, she's a dime, yet you want to hide her. Keep her in the closet. You want to control her every movement. And I'm like, bro, her life wasn't like that before she met you. What makes you think she wants to live that life after she meets you?
Yeah, and two, it's impossible. Okay.
No. And two is just like, man, I've seen this happen so many damn times, man. Guys bring their insecurities to these countries, and you can see the woman's like miserable with this guy. Like I've seen it so many times, man. So many times. I've seen American dudes with women overseas, and the women look miserable with that guy. But obviously, he's probably providing some type of means, so she has to put up with it. But dude, I seen, man, it don't look good, man.
Bro, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I got a quick story. Patia, you know 808, right?
Yeah.
808, you know the stage right in front of the DJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, whenever I go down there, whatever, I don't care. I like dancing, having fun. So I hop up on the stage. They play a good song, hop up on the stage, dance a little bit, have fun or whatever. Bro, the looks I be getting, and then when I hop off the stage, there's been multiple times this is why I kind of like. This is kind of the thing I kind of gets me in trouble in Thailand. Is because I draw attention to myself. So there's been times where like
you look tall. How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm not that tall. I'm like about 5'11".
Oh, okay, yeah, you look tall in your videos. Yeah, but go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I get sick. I've done 6 feet when I put my stickers on. So probably, yeah. I don't know, bro. But yeah, there's been multiple times where on a club, a girl is with a dude. Chick comes like I'm walking by. She like, yo, who are you? I like the way you did, blah blah blah. And she talking to me, and then I look, I see the dude ice grilling me, just ice grilling me. Like I'm like, bruh, and I have to just like I gotta dip off because if I stay there, because I learned from experience. There's been a couple of times when I almost got into fights because some girl talked to me saying, I like the way you dance, where you from, blah blah blah. And this dude was like, yo, get this corny dude out of here, whatever. And I'm like, word, bro? Oh, now we on this time, right? Now I'm staying here. Now I'm sitting here talking to your girl. Now we on this time. And it has been times when my boys had to come and pull me away because once you started up, now it's over, bro. I'm standing there. I want to take your girl. I'm gonna take your girl now. That's what time we on. And then my boy come like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Let this corny dude have this girl. He paid her already or whatever. Bro, go ahead, bro. You don't need this. I'm like, yeah, you right, bro. But I'm still gonna make his life miserable for the next 15 minutes. So I feel like I'm satisfied. And that's what they don't understand. Is like, yo, they only with you is because you are providing money. But some people buy into that illusion that they like them, and that reality comes falling down. And then they don't know how to act. So some dudes try to get aggressive. Other dudes just look like sad puppies. And I'll be feeling bad. I'm like, bro, I didn't do nothing. I'm just having fun, enjoying my life. But look at yourself though. You overweight. You dress bad. What you think is happening? Why you think a girl that this caliber, that's like a 8, 9, is gonna want to be with somebody like that when she got options? No.
But the thing is, you have a lot of guys on YouTube telling their listeners or their viewers to come as they are. Like, just come as you are, and they're gonna love you. They're gonna do whatever it takes to have you. Like, I hear guys say that shit. I'm like, that's a fucking lie. But it's just, again, it's their way to bring people to that country, use their services, and sell them a dream, man. And again, I've seen this happen too many damn times, man. Too many damn times, man. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's why I be saying, like, all right, now I kind of mellowed out. Like, when I was younger, like, catch me a couple years ago, I probably want to fight and all those nonsense. Now I'm like, it's not their fault. They going through some stuff. Like, if I was in a situation, I'd probably be mad and all that junk. As long as you don't touch me or you don't disrespect me to the point where I have to go in your mouth, like pause or like knock you out, I'm gonna keep it moving. But like, these dudes need to start giving these guys the truth, and that's why I go like channels like yours. I feel like it suffers from that because you give great information, top-notch information, but it's not going to be heard because people don't want to take the medicine. People don't want to hear the truth. They want to live in fantasy land. But once you get off that plane back and you come through U.S. Customs, you're back into reality. Because actually, the Matrix is overseas. That's when you could do whatever you want. You could be Neo, you the man, you can fly, you could do whatever you want. But once you come back to U.S. Customs and you enter the United States of America, you back in reality.
That you know what? I've never heard anyone use that analogy in regards to the Matrix. About, yeah, you're right. Going overseas is like the Matrix because you can do whatever you want. You feel that, you know, if I want to have steak right now, you can have steak right now. So really the question is that, damn, this could be a perfect podcast topic as well. Does the passport provide you that matrix that you want to live?
I mean, hey man, you can take the idea and run with it, man. I'm not going to use it
because, like, no, because again, if you think about the first Matrix, right, the first one,
Yeah.
The Matrix was when they were plugged in, they had access to everything. And the world was not actually real because they was only there temporarily. But once they were unplugged, they were back into the reality. So really traveling when you traveling to a certain country, is that considered the Matrix that you go into temporarily where you could do whatever you want. Then once you get back on the plane and go through customs, you're unplugged, you're back into your shit wearing clothes, eating oatmeal every damn day.
Yep. Yeah, son. That'd be the definition of the Matrix, man.
Wow, so that all these years you've probably been using it the wrong way.
Yeah, son. We just had an epiphany.
Oh
I didn't
shit.
even think about it.
Oh shit. God damn. Look at that, man. I'm thinking about this shit. It's like, you're right, because when I get on that plane, dude, I feel like, yo, I'm plugged in. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I have access to anything I want. And then when I come back, I get unplugged. I'm back into my reality. And to some guys, that reality could be very dark and depressing.
Yeah. Just like the movie.
What was that area where they call when they were unplugged?
Oh, the desert of the real. I know the Matrix stuff. I'm a big Matrix guy, bro. Like, I can rattle up all the stuff for you, bro.
Yeah, I see that.
That's like my favorite movie, bro.
Hey guys, for the ones who are still listening, 13 y'all, I know it's been a long stream. Do you guys agree or disagree with the whole Matrix analogy? Like when you're plugged in, it's like you're getting on a plane to your destination where you can do whatever you want and have whatever you want. Then once you come back to the States, you're unplugged and you're back into your own true reality.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're gonna say, man.
Money
bro, that's actually a dope podcast. Yeah, you should do that, man.
Now that's the truth. Yeah, I may create a podcast for that, man. It's just like, wow. I didn't see it that way.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. Yeah, people saying I agree, 100%. Yeah, man, that could be a fire one, man. Yeah, just let me know when you want to do it.
Yeah. Dude. As soon as I wake up in the morning, man, I'm gonna create that. Yeah, like it's traveling the true Matrix. That's fucking that, bro, man. Damn.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Like when you have, this is the conversations we need to have, because look, we get epiphanies, we learn new stuff. Instead of like, okay, like not to take a shot, like which is better out of the big four? Like that's not gonna really get us anywhere.
That's true.
But yeah, like this is a conversation I like, because I like you need to think critically and deeply, because this is how you open new pathways, you gain new knowledge, and you come up with something new. Like,
yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely do a podcast on that. Yeah, definitely for next month. Yeah, I just gotta create a cool title around that. Yeah, man. Yeah, have you as a special guest, man, and we can talk about it, because I never seen it that way.
Yeah, let me know. I might just. Yeah, I don't know. I was about to like. I don't know. I'm funny about camming up though, because like I don't want to.
No. This one we don't need a cam up, man. It's all good. Like the ones, like sometimes I'll do a podcast where I don't want to cam up, and the days I don't want to cam up, that means I didn't shave. Like I ain't feel like shaving. I don't feel like being in front of the camera. Then there's some days where I feel good. Like Fridays, I feel good. It's like, all right, cool. It's weekend. Let me cam up. And plus, shit, I got all this background equipment and lighting. I figured, let me put that shit to use. And there's some days, bro, where I was like, fuck it, I don't feel like camming up. Like I would love to camp up on Razor's show, but that show would just be too crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna show my face.
Yeah, bro, because like this is the reason why I'm worried about camming up is because like we look at this. We had like Peso Man here. He could come out, you cam up, he go start making 100 different videos slandering your name for no reason.
Oh, he actually used my face. Well, he used one of my videos as a thumbnail. And I was like, fuck it. At first I was pissed about it, but then again, I was like, you know what? It's the YouTube streets, man. It is what it is. But because at the end of the day, you go through my content, I didn't say anything negative. I didn't say anything that's gonna hurt me. So I was like, hey, all right, fuck it. My thing was, dude, at least fucking tag me on your title. Like, just bring some views up to my page, man.
Yeah, actually, I seen that one when that dude, I think he got some chick pregnant. And like,
yeah, that was wild.
Because I thought you was doing it for me. I'm like, bro, no way you battling with Peso, man. I was like,
nah.
All right, let me click this right quick. And then he was just doing his normal routine.
But you know what? And if Peso, man, if you are listening again, I think one day I'm just gonna do a surprise visit. I'm just gonna like, hey, fuck it. Especially like one of his Sunday lives. Like he like to do lives on Sundays. Like, you know what? I may just like one day just pop up out of nowhere. Like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, you know, it's getting late. It's like 2:40.
Yeah, I know, man. I know, man. But
it was a
good conversation, man. And again, I appreciate it. Like I said, I started since 11 o'clock, man. And it's been over 3 hours, man. But it's all love, man. But hey, I appreciated you. You just gave me a new topic. We definitely need to do a podcast together. And again, no cam. You don't need to cam up. We could just talk about the whole Matrix situation and go from there, man. So any last word for you? Any last word you want to say to the audience about can Passport Pookies ruin a country experience?
Okay, yeah. My final thought is no, because everybody's travel experience is always going to be unique. It depends on how much time you put in, your research, your budget, and everything. So I think it's impossible for Passport Pookies or Passport whatever to ruin anything for you. And anything, countries are going to change over time anyway. Certain countries that used to be in favor, like back in the day, I heard like Costa Rica was a big country, but now it's not even in the big four now. So everything's constantly in flux, and if you can't adapt to that, then you shouldn't probably be traveling in the first place.
I agree.
But yeah, so thanks for having me on. As always, bro, always good conversation. Let me know when you're gonna set up that one. Like, just message me on Facebook or whatever, and yeah, we can get it done.
All right, man. Be easy, bro.
All right, man. Good night, man.
All right, good night, man. Well, everybody, it's been over 3 hours. I didn't expect to have an over 3 hour podcast on this topic, but definitely it was fun to highlight the 4 countries, the Power 4, which is Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Thailand. And basically what I did is just give you guys a rundown and why no one, either be a Passport Pookie or a Passport Bro, could ruin the country experience, because there's the fact that these countries have a variety of different places that you could actually visit. And also, too, no one can dictate your experience but you. As long as you do your research, you plan accordingly, dude, you can have an amazing experience, but you have to put in the work. So with that being said, thank you guys. I know we kind of went off tangent towards the tail end of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like the video or like the live stream, and stay tuned, man. I got a bunch of live podcasts scheduled coming up soon, and I'll be planning up my Portugal trip. So I'll be heading to Portugal this summer. I'm looking forward to that, and definitely creating some content. Because I'm gonna tell you this: when I was in DR, I wasn't motivated to create content. I was just wanting to focus on creating my business website, so that's what I did. So I guess going to a new country will probably give me some motivation to take out the drone out and the cameras and everything out, because I need something new. I need something new, something different. And so maybe I could probably feel inspired, because really the last time I was inspired was Thailand, and I had an amazing experience. But thank you again for thank you again for listening to the video. Listen to the live stream. And if anything, guys, you guys have a blessed weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. And book a trip, man. Go somewhere, man. Get away for a little bit. We all deserve it sometimes. That being said, thank you. Peace out, man.